And a good Monday, everybody. Welcome in. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hope you're having a great day so far. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier. Behind the glass on the ones and twos. And it is a Monday. The pads are on. The gloves are off. I don't know if that's the case, but the pads are on.
Are the gloves off, though? I don't think they would be. Jeffrey Simmons wears gloves.
Yeah. No, I think they have their gloves.
It's the only thing about getting over here and having to our show. I can't see Simmons just whip ass today, and I love seeing that at practice because that dude does not take a play off. And that's what you want from your superstar, from your big guy, and Simmons practices like it's his last one ever. Even Vrabel commented on that. Callahan did as well, and he was scared to death of him. And so that's the deal. So Jake will have more from camp up in a little bit. So
yeah,
good.
Cody Barton going to be the guest today.
Cody Barton.
So looking forward to that coming up whenever practice is done.
I like Cody. I think he's a damn good linebacker. Did he ever pick 6 last year?
I think he did. I think that is correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's right.
Yeah. So I'm confirming with Jake when we're going to have him. So look forward to that. Here in a few minutes. The Cats yesterday, big win for them against Michigan. We had fun doing the national television broadcast on Vice TV, which was cool.
Hop on the bandwagon. Folks have already like, hey, can I get tickets? What are tickets? Hop on the bandwagon. It's this Saturday for the Arena Crown Championship up in Clarksville. It was loud yesterday. So get up there. I was told this morning tickets are going at a high rate. So not be surprised if the thing's sold out by today or tomorrow. But still, get your tickets now. Don't wait. So much fun yesterday watching that. Love football at all levels. That was fun yesterday with the Cats.
Yeah, it was. And, I mean, the crowd was into it. It was a great back-and-forth game. Nick and Jake did a great job on the radio, which was really cool that they were part of that. I mean,
yeah,
that was awesome.
Blanket coverage that whole play. So not bad with – that. Hope we can do it again on Saturday, too. Game at 3 o'clock versus Albany up at F&M Bank Arena. By the way, F&M Bank Arena still has that new car smell.
Yeah, it's awesome. The Arena Crown Championship game.
That's
a cool name for
it is
for a championship. So would be big for Nashville, for Clarksville, and, of course, for all of our friends at the Cats.
Yeah, plus the crown they're giving away is the crown that you wore in 8th grade at Oak Hill Middle School as homecoming king. So, I mean, it all comes
It's a crown, and Greg Pogue is giving away a Crown Victoria.
And an old bottle of Crown. Yes. It all ties in. Where'd you go to junior high?
St. Paul.
St. Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, you little Catholic in you, huh?
That isn't Catholic.
Is it not?
No, it's a Christian. It was St. Paul Christian Academy.
Oh, where is this?
Hillsborough Road, Green Hills.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
Where did you go, Dr. Crane?
I went to St. Edward's off Thompson Lane. That place is legendary. Right next to the public library, down the street from Krispy Kreme.
Right.
There used to be an old Shoney's over there across the street.
Did Edward and Paul ever get together and fight?
Maybe after the Last Supper.
Oh, okay. You know who was at the Last Supper?
Nick Cesario.
He sure was.
Will we get confirmation about that today?
Today at 2 o'clock we will. We'll get all that. So everybody hop on the Cats bandwagon. And let's do this today. All right, I got a quick rant. Let me get off my chest real quick.
Go ahead.
I love our Metro Council. You know, being in government's not an easy job. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. I don't care. It's not an easy job. Did you see what Metro Council wants to pass through?
No.
That you cannot turn red at a red light. That's what they're worried about.
No right on red?
No right on red. That's what they're worried about.
Anywhere in the city?
Anywhere in Davidson County.
Yeah, that's stupid.
No right on. That's what they're concerned with right now. No, we're not doing this.
No.
We're not. So let me get off my chest that right on red is a right. Come to a stop. I get it. There's some places you can't go.
Here's the thing.
My sign will tell you that, which is fine. 2nd Avenue, getting off, going right down that way. It says no right, turn on red. I get that. That's a sign. But to make it across the city, no.
Here's my advice to council members. Hang on. May need to hold that. Okay. Not yet. Saw a text from Jake, and I was just making
sure.
Here's my advice to lawmakers.
Oh, this should be good.
How long have we been able to turn right on red?
Long as I've been alive.
Right. Need I say more? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. Just
Like
stop.
this is honestly sound, and I have this is the first I've heard of this. I haven't read anything about it. This honestly sounds to me like, hey, you know that project, like in school, like, hey, you have to come up with something for a report or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what this almost sounds like.
Yeah.
Like we have to have something to put on the ballot, so let's come up with something. Like nobody's going to approve this, right?
That's right.
This is stupid.
Nobody. No, I mean, there'll be a few who say, yeah, that we should stop this.
Now, would you like, if you'd like to put in something that every 20 years or so you got to go learn how to properly execute a ride on red, I'm all for that, because there's people that don't know what that means. That you do have to stop.
Correct. Yeah.
But
stop at the red light.
Yep.
Look, and then go turn around on red. It's okay.
There's but yeah, I'm with you on that.
It's like when you hire a consultant, you think a consultant's going to and say, great, everybody sounds good, take care, call me next year. No.
Yeah.
My TV consultants were awful. I have no radio consultant experience, which is fine. My TV consultants, my TV one, I had one consultant tell me in TV, it says, you're really not good looking. It's your energy that really sells you. True story.
Wow.
And then she says, if you could possibly wear Mexican wedding shirts, I'd probably watch more. And I said, what is a Mexican wedding shirt? She says, the kind of shirt you'd wear to a Mexican wedding. True story. It's like Michael Scott from The Office was my consultant. And that's what it was. Then the other one said, a few years later, it says, I don't know what to do with you. Your cheeks are sunken in, so there's not really anything we can highlight your face with. And I said, oh, okay, that's good. Thanks for letting me know all this stuff. She's like, yeah, I mean, I like your charm and your energy, but just you have sunken cheeks. I never heard that word before.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever.
I mean, look, we all may be consultants one day. And I know some consultants that are very nice people and have done a lot of good things in this business. So I don't want to throw shade all that much, but I'll just leave it at that.
That's fine. You should. If you're in management, you shouldn't have to comment. I'm not, and I will. Yeah. I'm just telling you my experience of my life doing consulting.
All I know is there are many reasons that we do celebrity birthdays at 2:45. That might be one of them.
Oh my gosh. Yes. For the first time I brought that up, like, that's terrible. And then somebody said, I love that. And it was the one person that mattered. I was like, all right.
Yep. And we did it.
Good times.
And we still do it. All right. A few people have commented on this. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line. Driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Nevada Josh says, if they don't let me turn right on red, then I'm going to start turning left on red. 3555. The right on red ban would only apply to the urban services district, not all of Davidson County.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but we don't need it.
What the hell is an urban services district?
Like there's some streets that have it posted, no turn on red. That's fine.
That's exactly right.
Like it should be case by case. Let's not be so lazy where we got to do a blanket law because we don't want to deal with the individual.
I like what urban services district means. Is that where like Metro Water?
I can explain that to you actually. So like that, the urban services district are the zip codes that formally joined Metro whenever the Metro charter was put in, whenever that was. So like Bellevue, for instance, is in Davidson County, but there are parts of Bellevue that are not part of Metro, so to speak, and so there's no trash service. You can't have liquor store. Yeah. Dad explained all this to me. That's why I know.
I'm thoroughly confused.
So like, okay, you live in Donaldson, right?
Yes.
So does Metro
put a little nicer tone on that?
You live in Donaldson, right?
Thank you.
Metro picks up your trash, right?
They do.
Okay. That's part of the urban services district because
thank you.
That Donaldson is a part of Metro. Now there, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe like Belmead, there's parts of Belmead that's still its own government.
It's Dr. Crane's area he wants to live in over there.
So like that's what it is.
All right. So just parts of Bellevue.
There's other parts of the county. that are not considered metropolitan. You know,
See, I learned this. See, we learn something every day on this show, whether it's sports or life.
So I'll give you a prime example.
Right. Give it to me.
Are you familiar with the intersection of Highway 70 and Old Hickory Boulevard in Bellevue?
Yes.
Okay. So Old Hickory, like if you're looking, Old Hickory goes like left to right and Highway 70 goes towards town.
Correct.
If you are on the side of Old Hickory that has like the McDonald's and basically most of Bellevue,
Yep.
going down to the interstate, that is not in the urban service district.
So Bellevue Pub had no trash service.
Correct. But if you are on the other side, that's why all the liquor stores are on that side.
Oh, okay.
Of Old Hickory, like Red Spirits and Wine, proud sponsor of the station.
Keep going.
And there's another one.
Yep.
Because that zip code, which I think is 37209, is a part of the urban service district, whereas 37221 is not.
Somebody's making a small little statement and run for council on this show today.
Maybe.
I like it. Okay, I had no idea. Now I know. But yeah, we're not doing this. We're not, the whole city's not doing that. Certain places, I'm good with that, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
this message approved by Big Joe.
If you ask me, explain urban services district, I just go home. I'll see you tomorrow. Are we anywhere remote tomorrow?
Yeah, thank you. 4312 said the other areas are the general service district. So there's the urban service district and the general service district.
I'll look all this up now. Now I'm glad I had no idea any of this existed. I feel better about myself. As we're in this holding pattern now for Cody Barton.
Yeah,
to get done.
Yeah, well, there you go. We'll do a question of the day after Cody Barton.
Sure.
So we can actually get into it.
That's good. I like it. I like it a lot.
Some notes that I have seen out of practice is that Cam Ward was inconsistent today, and it was the first day with pads. There's going to be 3 more padded practices this week, and joint practices will be, next week in San Francisco. We'll play some clips of Robert Saleh coming up in a little bit. Again, we are not contractually obligated to air that. We're not allowed to air that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it looks like he threw a couple of picks today. Again, I don't care as much. It's the first day of pads.
Right.
It doesn't bother me yet.
I'm good.
When we start getting into joint practices and preseason games, then okay.
If he looks terrible versus the Niners, a little concerned. If he looks terrible versus the Seahawks, very concerned. If he looks awful versus the Bears, you've had 3 joint practices and Cam Ward looks like that, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm not concerned.
Yeah. 615-737-1025. We'll come back with more, including Cody Barton, Titans linebacker. We'll join Jake Lyman live from Vanderbilt Health Football Place, whatever it's called.
That's it.
Football Center. That's it. We'll do that next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. Titans have concluded practice for the day. Alontae Taylor's at the podium, and he brought his baby girl with him up there. And, of course, a Middle Tennessee native, having him back.
Coffee County, baby.
Yep.
He's a Red Raider.
And a VFL.
He is a VFL.
Some notes. Robert Saleh said he has been pleased with the preparation Alec Iomanner has put in and feels that he shows in the body language and confidence that he's playing with. He's a guy that a lot of people are looking to see step forward, which is good.
If he gets the ball.
Yeah, if he gets the ball. I think he will. I think he'll be a part of things.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he's the 3.
They're paying Ridley a lot of money.
I still think he's the 3.
Not to sit around.
No. I mean, look, I think the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4 should be whoever earns it. I mean,
do that again. That was like
the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4.
What's that song when David played a song? The 1 and the 2 and the 3 and 4. What's Hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Chaser busts out the Hallelujah today. This guy's got everything, man, right?
St. Paul taught him right.
Right.
Yeah. TD says Ward's best throw first team period was a deep outbreaking route to Ridley for a completion. He said Mitch Trubisky looked good today. He says Pat Coogan continues to get early reps. That's good. I don't think he's a starting center, but I think you would like to see him maybe grow into that role.
How dare you? That's the MVP of the Rose Bowl.
I understand. Nick Singleton just made a jump cut off Coogan's block and accelerated upfield. Singleton moves well, especially for a back his size. There's a lot more.
Okay.
Some things.
And that's from Teron Davenport.
Yep.
Great follow if you're a Titans fan.
Yep. He is certainly the one to
part of the 102.5 The Game family
to follow.
All right. So we're efforting Cody Barton, right?
Yeah, he'll be there in a second. So when do you, I mean, like for me, obviously I pay, I'll pay attention to what's going on the first, week or so. Now that the pads are on, how many practices, like when you played, how many practices did it take for things to really kind of feel like you're in the rhythm?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
When's the last time Jeffrey Simmons hit somebody?
Yeah.
December? With full pads?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's been a long time. Your body's not used to that. So the acclimation of the last week, getting in helmets and shoulder pads and all that, but really hitting. And look, they don't really hit anymore, right? They say those for games. They don't really hit. But you're going to tell Jeffrey Simmons he can't hit somebody, or John Franklin Myers, or this Jermaine. I watched this interview with Jermaine Johnson last night that our buddy John Burton did on Channel 5. Really good interview with Jermaine Johnson. That dude's a beast and looking to really change things around. So guys like that are going to hit you and hit you hard. They're defensive guys, right? So they're going to get all that done. But it usually takes 2 weeks to get acclimated. After the Niners joint practice, these guys are going to be exhausted. That's why they're only doing 1 day. They're not doing 2 or 3 days of that, just 1 day. So by the time they play the Bears, they should be good to go.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's where you need them to be at.
Right.
Is in a rhythm where you don't necessarily have to be perfect, but be, a cohesive unit enough where you go into the Jets game and you're feeling confident in what you have.
I think the best drill now in pro football is the 2-minute drill practice.
I agree.
Because you got a lot of chaotic things happening. You got to move the team down the field. Defense got to make adjustments. I mean, I would that's why there's been such an emphasis on that the last few years about the 2-minute drill, because now it kind of parlays into your offense of the up tempo, getting things going. But 2-minute drill has always been good because that thing is live, should be a lot of hitting and tackling on that. So if you go to practice, stick around for the 2-minute drill.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think like having, because how frustrated do people get when you watch your team that's down and they go into the 2-minute and it's like bam, 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 and they move down the field.
Right. Well, the main thing is when guys are looking at each other. That's why I liked Heupel's offense in Knoxville when it first came in, because you got guys like I'm looking at you like you, and then you look at Nick and I'm looking back at you. Ball snapped. If you're defense, keep me questioning where you're going. Defense is about reaction. If I can hold off your reaction for 3 to 4 seconds, I'm winning. I am winning that part of the game right there. So that's why I like that offense. But a 2-minute drill is the hurry up offense, which I love watching that in football.
I am interested to hear from Cody Barton here in a minute because he was a pretty key part of that defense last year. I think he's got some competition this year, and obviously things changing going from the 3-4 to the 4-3. And what that might do in the middle, and they've added some guys as well. But
listen, linebackers were not the reason this team won 6 games the last 2 years.
No, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not a bad part of this football.
No.
Underrated. Could be a little bit better, but it's not the big problem with this team.
Again, the more we see and the more we talk about it, the defense is what's getting me excited.
Yeah.
Like the defense for this team, I'm not saying they're going to be top in the league, but I'm saying there are some pieces there that make you go, I think they got something here. And you bring in, I know Salah's kind of running the defense, but Gus Bradley as well.
Yeah.
And what he's adding to it. I love Aaron White-Cotton, the defensive line coach, and the things I'm hearing about him. So, and then obviously I think you have a determined Jeffrey Simmons. By the way, I had a dream that they traded Jeffrey Simmons.
That's what you dream about?
I don't know. I can't control what
I had a dream that Belinda Carlisle came over.
Hey, right.
I'm sorry.
I can't control what I dream about.
Okay. All right.
I have no control.
Well, where did he get traded to?
Cowboys, I think. I don't remember. I think it was the Cowboys, but they got like 2 1s and a second, and
right.
They got a ton of draft picks.
And then your girlfriend's like, "Why were you bull rushing me at 2 a.m.?" Sorry, it's Jeffrey Simmons. What? Jeffrey, well, come on. We need to talk.
Shoot up out of bed. Jeffrey, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so, you never know what's going to pop.
Make sure your technique's good, buddy. That's all that matters. Good Lord.
So we understand that Cody Barton today was autograph day for him. So all the fans were out there. So he was signing autographs for the fans. And so I know he'll join Jake here in just a few minutes. So we will step away. You'll hear from him coming up a little bit. Do want to tell you at 4:20 today, Derek Mason, along with Willie Donick and Connor Newt, will talk to Wan'Dale Robinson. But really excited about that conversation, receiver to receiver.
Oh.
I think that'll be some really good stuff. So you can tune in at DVD at 4:20 today for that. Going to be really cool. We'll have more coming on Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Here on this Monday, as we're rocking and rolling, a little 38 special. How's your yacht rock going?
I love yacht rock.
Are we allowed to talk about
Got
that?
an album coming out tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn right we are. Dr. Crane knows all about it. You know all about it. So yeah, we're gonna. Me and my friend Lee Crove released an album tomorrow on iTunes, Apple, Amazon, everywhere. 12 original songs. We wrote all these songs.
I listened to the live version. That was awesome.
Thank you.
It hits, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm proud of it. I am leaded 80% of the work, but all these, it's not AI. The music is AI, which is fine. But these are all our own lyrics. We wrote everything. So
yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay. So you write it and then you put it into an app or a program or whatever.
An app,
and
yeah. Of what kind of
Yeah.
I want Cajun, I want Breezy, I want Yacht Rock, I want Garth Brooks, I want Keith
Yeah.
Urban, Luke Combs, whatever. Barry Manilow.
It doesn't sound AI.
Right?
all.
That's the thing about it.
And even the live version, you hear the people singing with it.
Yeah.
And,
I think it all started the popularity because that damn Puerto Rico.
the Puerto
song.
Rican, which is AI.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wrote it or not. I don't know. But I take pride that we've written all these songs. Even
That's very
Dr.
cool.
Crane has gotten into writing songs.
Chase, I'm a pretty good lyricist.
Yeah?
I'm not too bad.
I bet you are.
It's pretty good, man. I'm up till 2 a.m. writing songs literally every night. Then I get up at 6.
Well, you've inspired me because I used to write a lot more, and I'm trying to get back into it.
You should.
It's therapeutic.
So what I do is I sit down. I have 45 minutes to write the song.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. If I'm not done in 45 minutes, then I put it aside. So you just write and then go. It's great. So I'm looking Ernest, if you're out there and you want some bangers, let me know. Luke Combs, we're Ernest, friend of the show. Let us know. We got you covered, man.
That's pretty awesome. That's awesome. So it drops. I have pre-ordered.
Thank you. Yeah.
So it drops tomorrow.
It's weird because it's everywhere. iTunes, Apple, Amazon,
so
YouTube.
Do you get paid for this? If
we'll find out. Yeah. Thank you for doing that.
Okay.
Between you, Dr. Crane, and
so there's a guy.
brother.
You may have seen this on Instagram. There's a guy called Professor Nick, and it's not him. What he has done is he takes popular a Metallica song and he goes what if Metallica was yacht rock? So he took Inner Sandman and made it into a yacht rock song.
Yeah.
And then he's released a whole series of albums on the same streaming platforms on it.
Now, if I'm Metallica, I'm pissed.
Sure.
Unless you're paying me.
Well, and that may have been,
good.
If it's an album that's being released, they're getting a piece of it.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's covered all.
Do you know who's not located anywhere in all these places? Garth Brooks.
Well, because he's got an exclusive deal with Amazon Music.
Oh, there
you can get his
There's
stuff.
a
on
reason
Amazon
why
Music.
now. Okay.
Yep.
Well done. All right.
He's. I think, to my knowledge, he's the only one that's done that. But apparently, it was very lucrative for him. So all his stuff is on Amazon Music. So if you have an Alexa,
right,
you can listen to Garth.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I had no idea that was it.
By the way, okay, we're just doing random stuff until Cody Barton joins.
Sure.
So last night, Saturday night, and last night was SummerSlam, which is the second biggest pay-per-view that WWE does. It was in Minneapolis, Minnesota, US Bank Stadium, and this week they reached a deal with SiriusXM and launched WWE Radio.
Okay.
So they had a radio crew call SummerSlam nights 1 and 2, and it was a guy named Vic Joseph, who is the voice of NXT, which is the developmental program, and then Booker T, who you hear his show Saturday mornings at 8.
You do.
102.5 The Game.
Right.
And they did a radio broadcast of wrestling. And I listened to it on the way back from the Cats. It was really cool. And Vic posted this morning that he got a note from a blind person thanking them and how appreciative he was to be able to listen to a radio version because he loves wrestling. And they did such a good job of calling it. But it was.
Have they never done this before?
Back in the 90s, there was a radio WWF that was very short-lived, but I don't know how, what all they did with pay-per-views and stuff. But for tonight, they'll have Monday Night Raw, but they'll just run the TV feed. You'll just get the audio from that.
Oh, okay.
But this was an actual radio broadcast, which was which was pretty cool.
I always thought they always did radio. That's
I know. I thought it was brilliant for them to do that.
more things I don't know about.
Yeah. Justin says, speaking of yacht rock, there is a group called Salts and their song called Whether I Win or Lose. Such a cool song that is big time 80s and 90s vibes.
I like it. I'll look it up now here when I get the text line pulled up. It's fun. It's different. We're all headed out to Scoreboard Saturday for the big Nashville Yacht Rock Man, which is they kick ass. So looking forward to that.
I will not be there.
That's like your favorite thing. Where are you going to be?
I don't know. Saturday, I'm not too sure yet. We're just trying to keep things open.
Saturday, I hope you're on the Call of the Cats game.
Well,
that too.
But
and
there's some other things going on.
And then I've got my booster seat. I'll just put you in the back, and we'll go to the scoreboard.
And
is that cool?
And the yellow book.
And the what?
The yellow pages.
Book. Yellow pages, yellow book.
No, I got a really good booster seat. It was handed down from my daughter.
It was from Justin, right?
Yeah. So it's perfect. So you sit there and you're strapped in. I won't make you sit backwards. So you're big enough now you can look forward.
Thank you. My lumbar was getting a little off-centered.
Is that worthy of a Michael Scott drop?
That's what she said. I can do it. I'll just do it for you. Well, congratulations on the
Thank you, buddy.
On the album.
Appreciate you.
Sure, that'll be successful.
That's you. Trust me, you won't be hearing,
especially with Lee Crow being a part of it.
Yeah, he's written some really, really good songs. It'll be fun, man. Yeah. I'm excited about this. In a holding pattern, Tower. This is Flight 9959er checking on Cody Barton.
Well, I'm told he's walking over, or appears to be. But we'll talk more. I mean,
Jake listening to us.
Probably.
Jake, ask him about the value of the green dot on a helmet. Do we make too much of this, or does it matter? I'm curious. Okay. Ask him that.
I got you.
Thank you.
Hi, Jake.
Hi. How are you guys?
We're great.
Don't be nervous. Be yourself out there, Jake. Be yourself.
He's like, I'm nervous being on in this 12 to 3. I'm used to 9 to noon.
Once noon hits, I'm not even supposed to be here anymore. I don't even know if I'm allowed to be on the air at this point.
No, you are. And I was telling Nick earlier, you guys did a great, I was told, obviously Joe and I were doing TV, but you guys did a great job on radio yesterday with the Cats. And as we were talking about, that was a fun game. It's a long game, but it was a fun game.
It was very fun. Highest scoring game in arena football history. So it was a blast.
Really?
I believe we have Cody now. So
okay.
He's walking over in just a second.
Well, I'll let you get set up and then we'll throw it back to you.
Cool.
So Cody Barton about to join Jake Lyman.
Well, I'm just curious about the green dot because it's like you got the green dot like you're the leader, but oftentimes you're just the guy relaying the play, right?
Yeah.
And there's other things.
But you know what? That was such a game changer when they put that in, when they finally agreed to allow a defensive player to have comms.
Right.
The coach to player communication,
right,
like the quarterback has.
Uh-huh.
I think that really, really changed things.
Well, what did Fisher say about Mike Singletary for the Bears calling those defenses?
Like if he had that.
You get overwhelmed.
Let's throw it back to Jake, who is with Titans linebacker Cody Barton. Jake, take it away.
Thank you, Chase. Cody Barton joining us after practice. Cody, thanks for taking some time. First day in pads. What did it feel like down there today?
It was fun, man. It was real fun, starting to bang a little bit. First day in pads. Everyone's always amped up, wanting to hit somebody, you know what I mean? But, it was actually a clean practice. I mean, there was some hitting going on, but clean practice, good competition, and, it's fun.
Yeah, we saw tempers flared a little bit here and there. You guys were able to control it. How do you balance that of wanting to be competitive and want to be fiery, but also make sure it's not interfering with the work you're trying to get in?
Yeah, you just got to walk that line. I mean, you want to walk that line of aggression, but not stepping over the line. You know what I mean? And so sometimes, temper's going to flare, like you saw little scuffs, but it's not. Those aren't full team brawls. You know what I mean? That's part of it. And so, you just want to tiptoe that line the whole time and just always you want to err on aggression. You know what I mean?
New head coach this year, new defensive system. Mm-hmm. What's been some of the adjustments for you playing in a Robert Saleh defense so far?
Actually, so I was in the scheme my first 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
As a rook, my second year, third year off in Seattle. And so, it's good to be back in it. It's all flying around. Linebackers always, in the middle of the scheme and just get a lot of action. So, so far it's been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to this year. It's awesome.
We make a lot about wearing the green dot and being the one calling the plays. How does that work for you, having to know not only your role but everybody else's role and make sure the entire defense is in the right position?
Yeah, I mean, I think being the green dot, I take pride in it.
Yep.
You know, and so part of that is, like you just said, no one else's job. So if someone's messed up, you can get them right, let someone know, alert them at this, or whatever it is. And so, I take great pride in it. And to me, it's a lot of fun. The way my mind works, at least, is if I'm learning my job within a play, I need to know everyone else's, just so mine makes sense. You know what I mean? So I guess that's the more complex way to learn things, but for me, that works. And so I guess it helps too with being the green dot. You know what I mean? It just kind of translates to, like you said, knowing everyone else's jobs and being able to get guys in the right spot.
Does it take a little bit of an adjustment when you are the green dot to get to the fast and violent that Robert Saleh always talks about, when you do have a lot going on in your mind that maybe others don't on the defense?
No. I mean, if you didn't know what you were doing, you didn't know what the other guy's jobs, and you were thinking too much, yes. But if you're confident in what you know and just get everyone lined up and get set, and that's the next thing. You know what I mean? So it doesn't hinder from that.
We're talking with Titans linebacker Cody Barton. Cody, you're the experienced veteran in the room. You got a lot of young guys playing with you. What's it like playing with some of those guys? Cedric Gray next to you, coming off a great season. How do you kind of work with some of the younger guys, the rookies, Anthony Hill as well in there, and work together in that linebacking room? Yeah,
especially with a lot of young guys. I mean, it's just giving them my knowledge and my experience that I've gotten and learned from over the years. It reminds me of, when I came into this league as a rookie, the whole room was a lot older than me. I think the next oldest there was two rookies. It was me and a kid named Ben Burkervin. We got drafted together. But then after that, I think it was year 5, year 8, year 9.
Yeah.
A lot of older guys. And so when I was the young buck, they would give me a lot of knowledge and a lot of tips and trades of the game. And so now the roles were reversed and I'm older, I'm trying to give these guys, some knowledge, some nuggets of things I've learned over the years. And so more than just, lining up and doing your job, there's things you can do to make plays, and certain formations and indicators, whatever it is, right? Just I'm always giving these guys clues of how to let them make more plays.
This defense, you guys have brought in more talent, especially up front, and with the way Robert likes to play that defensive line, rotating guys. How much fun is that for you as a linebacker, knowing you have Jeffrey Simmons, you got John Franklin Myers, they're going to be fresh, and they're going to open up opportunities for you guys to make plays behind them?
Oh, it's awesome. Those guys up front are rolling. And that's just, like you just said, you literally just said it. It opens up the linebacker play. And so I'm not going to speak too much on it. I mean, you guys saw it, what I mean? First day in pads, you guys saw it, but I'm very excited.
Getting ready for the new season, what can fans, you saw all of them out here, what can they be excited for when they see this year's version of the Tennessee Titans?
It's going to be aggressive. It's going to be fast and violent. That's what we talk about here. That's Saleh's thing, fast and violent. And that's what it's going to be.
Last thing for you, Cody, we saw you down there. You high-fived every single kid that was lined up to get autographs today. Why is that important to you, to make sure that those fans and the kids who came out today feel appreciated and get that moment with you that they came out to get?
I mean, they're out here showing us love, sitting all day in the humidity and the heat, you know what I mean? And so I always think, if I'm a kid out there, I would want the players to come over and, at least give me a high five. Or you're not going to be able to sign. There was, 200, 300 kids or something. You're going to be able to sign every single person, but at least even give them a high five. I would think if I was a kid, I'd remember that for a long time. You know what I mean?
Cody, thanks so much for taking some time and wishing you the best of luck this season.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Chase, back to you guys in the studio.
Awesome. Thank you, Jake. Great job. We'll have more. We'll react to some of that. Coming up next, Chase and Big Joe on this Monday, 102.5 The Game.
rolling out through across his body, interceptions. How do you kind of balance like approaching that? You don't want to take the stinger out, so to speak, but you still want him to be more cautious.
Yeah, those are. I don't want to say they're non-negotiables, but throwing across your body, especially shallow, it's different if you really extend the pocket and it just really opens up for you. But when there's so much traffic in there, the one that Jermaine made was an elite play. That's your check down with regard to a boot. Jermaine made a hell of a play, but usually that check down's, you can count on it being open. But the first one that Hooker intercepted probably was a poor decision.
That was Robert Saleh after practice on Cam Ward's 2 interceptions today. Again, it's practice. It's early. It's the first day of pads. I'm not going to overreact to that.
You shouldn't.
You start doing that in the joint practices and going up against another team and then preseason, then okay. But, right now on August 3rd, I'm not that concerned.
No, I mean, some of the best teams in NFL history have had terrible preseasons and practices, and they pull it all together because they know what they're working on, trying to figure things out. I mean, if you go 3-0 the preseason, that's great. You try to win every game you play, man, but we do this every single year about, oh, this guy looks good, this guy looks bad. It doesn't, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't parlay into the regular season.
Yeah. I'm with you. I mean,
you are with me. We do new
material
every day.
Well, right. But I think it's easy. You should talk about it. You should report it. Like, hey, this was the play. This is what was happening. But you don't know, did Brian Daboll say, hey, when we run this.
No, don't start. I'm going to stop you right now. Do not do things in practice you wouldn't do in a game.
Okay.
Do not. Is that where you're going?
Sorta.
Don't.
Not completely.
Like, hey, in practice, see if you can fit this ball in triple coverage.
Well, what I was going to say is, has there ever been an instance where a coach has gone to the quarterback specifically and saying like, hey, you've thrown this 35 yards. Do you think you could do 40? I'm
good with that. Okay.
Could you put a little more on it?
All right.
And see what you could get. That's really what I mean. I'm not saying like, hey, I know you're side arming. Can you go over? Can you change your arm? That's not what I'm talking about. Like, I'm talking about more situational, like, hey, you're really good at the, a 35-yard, whatever.
Okay. All right. I'm good with that.
But can you change, can you do a 20, like, show me this same thing with 25-yard,
Yes.
So that's where I was going.
When I was at Samford, Jimbo Fish would waste so much time in practice trying to do things like that. And I was on defense. So I'm like, what? You're not doing that in the game. Why are we doing that? Well, I just want to see if I can do it. If you're not going to do it in the game, don't do it in practice. Don't throw the triple coverage or, hey, let's run this weird route. No, man, you're working towards that Jets game. You're not being goofy. It's not daycare anymore. So we had this discussion last year about doing things and like, oh, in camp, try this or try that. Try this in the back of the end. No, if you're not going to do it in a game, don't do it in practice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Feel better.
Yeah. Agreed. But I think what I was getting at is like, I think there are some things that, again, it's practice. So let's practice this. And if the way we're doing it isn't working, then we can change it.
Sure. Okay.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Just don't do that. And
no
design run plays for your quarterback.
I mean, I know you don't like this, but I do think he's going to, if he sees a tight seam, he's probably going to try and force it more in practice than he would in a game.
I hope not. The value there is zero.
Depending on where you are in the game. Like if there's 30 seconds to go and you gotta, you're trying to win the game, I will never fault the quarterback for trying to win the game. If he drops back and he's got one guy that might be covered, but he's going to try and get it in there.
I totally disagree.
And he's going for it and it gets picked off. I'm okay with it. He's trying.
Live for the next play. A prime example.
But what if there isn't a next play? What if it's fourth down? What if the clock is there's 10 seconds left?
Different scenarios.
That's what I'm saying.
Happen.
Like, I mean, in under 2 minutes,
right?
Anything can happen. You got to go score. You got to go win the game.
Brett Favre in the NFC Championship game, Vikings versus the Saints, did that.
Yeah.
Vikings are going down to win that game. And Favre was forcing things in. Finally, the Saints stepped in, jumped the route, intercept, because he was forcing that in there. Saints get it, go down, kick a field goal, and they go to the Super Bowl. Brett Favre had that Vikings team was good.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Favre ruined it for him.
Yeah.
Trying to force things in. They got to stop.
But Brett Favre had earned it at that point where if Brett Favre thought he could make that throw,
lost it. It still comes down to one play.
I know he did.
So Cam doesn't have, whether it's Cam or Brett Favre or my hero, Dan Marino, doesn't matter. So don't force things. Live for the next play, right? Our good friend Rod Reed always told us, when you throw the ball, 2 out of 3 bad things happen. Drop it, intercept it.
Yeah.
Boom. Don't force things where you can't. You got to be smarter than that. And I think Cam's smarter than that, and we'll see during the season how he is, because I think last year he went rogue. He had every right to go rogue during the last part of the regular season because it was so off the rails. But I think Brian Daboll is the best free agent hire the Titans have gotten in a long time. Kind of rein Cam in and say, here's what you're good at. Here's what you're not good at. Do this instead.
Nevada Josh said, yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to read that.
Nevada Josh, I mean, do you work? I'm curious. We love you.
He listens to the show.
Okay, I just want to know what you do. Just let us know. A little delay. Let us know.
0953. Chase is dead wrong per usual. Cam throwing 2 picks in practice is a big deal because what I see in practice is usually a tell on what and how that player will perform.
So here's the deal with that. Day one, plus, do you think by now Alontae Taylor knows what Cam Ward's going to do?
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Why?
He doesn't.
He does. He sees him every day.
Well, yeah, right.
He sees him every day. You know his mechanics.
But not as well because they've just been together, not
but
that
so
long.
they've had all these practices since May. So they know some of these things there. The Niners aren't going to know. The Jets aren't going to know this. So that's,
yeah,
it's a give and take right now.
What and look, what I said was, show me in the joint practices that are next week. Show me in the preseason. You start if you're doing that stuff in that against, like you said, an opponent, somebody that doesn't know you. That's a great way to put it. Then yeah, I'm going to be concerned, and it's going to be a big deal. But the first day of pads.
Mm-hmm.
And like you just said, against guys that you see every day that know you, it's not that big of a deal to me. And I think people make it too big of a deal because it's an easy story to talk about.
It is. And so I would just, right now, it's okay.
So 0953, I appreciate you listening. Apparently I'm wrong a lot to you, and that's fine.
I'm wrong all the time.
But
that's the deal. If Cam Ward would have
feel.
thrown 8 touchdowns today, I'd have the same reaction. I don't care. Show me against the Niners. Show me against the Seahawks and the Bears. And then, more importantly, show me against the Jets week 1. That's the whole thing.
Nevada Josh says, of course I work. I'm a delivery driver.
Where are you delivering, buddy?
Donuts?
I wish.
No, that's Clay's job.
Got competition.
We could come up with other things that for people to bring us.
Yeah, right? We like that.
We appreciate you, Nevada Josh.
Sure we
do. Loyal listener.
Yeah.
For sure. So we certainly appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. That's just me. I'm curious. There's one more solid clip I wanted to play of, what he's kind of learned about the roster to this point.
You said during OTAs that you had to wait for pads to come on to really be able to evaluate things. You said that again last week. Can you evaluate much on day one?
No. It's day one. We'll know, guys, there's plenty of time. We got 3 more padded practices this week. Then we got San Francisco next week, then Seattle and Chicago. There's a lot of opportunity. And like I said, you're going to see people or different players, different O-linemen rolling with the ones, different D-linemen rolling with the ones, corners, receivers, just everyone just getting a chance to compete at different with different players just to see so that way we're making the best decision possible with regards to the 53-man roster.
There you go. That was Robert Saleh. And again, it's day 1 of pads. That's just how I view it. Day 20 of pads, all right, we can have a different conversation.
Again, I'm glad they're working hard. I'm glad Saleh likes things, but just work towards that opening game.
Yeah.
Just work. I'm just curious how much Jets are they dropping into game plan or this or that, scout teams. I'm always curious about that because we'll worry about it when we get there. I was like, no, you don't really, because that's 2 weeks out. Somebody's got to be advancing information on the Jets. Has to.
Yeah, probably. Coming up next, we will get to our question of the day, which we haven't done yet. we'll do that and continue to talk more here on Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. Hope you're having a great day. John McClain going to join us at 2 o'clock. Looking forward to that. We had Cody Barton in the first hour. If you missed any of that, check out the podcast. Chase and Big Joe, Next Man Up, because Jake Lyman was a part of that. Wherever you get your podcast, and also subscribe on YouTube at 102.5 The Game. Joe, we haven't gotten to it yet. What is our question of the day?
All right, our question today, 615-737-1025. What is something that you will not eat again because your mother or grandmother or grandfather or father made so well, made so good that nothing comes close, therefore you won't touch it? What is something your mom, grandma, dad, grandpa made a food so good that nothing comes close, you won't eat it anymore? I'll start. My mother made the absolute best fudge of all time, and nothing I've tested in my life has come anywhere near that. Therefore, I don't eat fudge. I know it's sad. I know it's wrong. But talking to other people, there's other things that people will not touch anymore because their mother, in my case, like my mom, made so well, and it reminds me of her that nothing comes close. Therefore, I don't even deal with it anymore.
Oh, man, that's a really good question, JoJo.
Like your pop at Pescetti's. Like, that was really, really good. That's not my family, so I don't know.
Chicken lasagna. The at Pescetti's, he had actually a spinach lasagna, which was really good.
Sounds good right now.
Have you ever done that, Dr. Crane, or had it like a spinach lasagna?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I bet you could make a good one. Could get close.
It's in the cards for sure. It's in the repertoire.
I think yours got to be in the same vein, right?
It is. The chicken marsala was just top notch. My grandfather did a really good job with that. My grandmother, her famous was the lemon chicken, and that is untouched as well. Another one is the cannelloni, and my mom makes a mean cheesecake, like to the point where I'm not going to eat, a brand like you get at Kroger or whatever.
Do you like cheesecake?
Yeah, I do.
I like cheesecake.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But in 2 weeks, when the schedule opens up, there might be a cheesecake here in the office.
Okay,
it better be.
That'd be great.
But this is more on the lines of like with your grandpa, Chase's dad, my mom, that are no longer with us, and they're smiling down on us from heaven. That like your mom is still here, right?
Yeah.
That's great. So that cheesecake is still there. Your sweet granny's still here. Nani's still here. So that's still possible. But, and not to be emotional, but like your grandpa, great man, you're not getting that anymore, right? And that it sucks. But it's like the Dr. Seuss thing. Don't be mad because it's over. Be glad because it happened, right? You got to taste that wonderful Italian food from your grandpa. Chase got it from his dad. I got that from my mom. I mean, I'm so thankful we got all that, but I'm not going to try any more fudge because I know the standard was set so high that I'm not even going to deal with it.
So like there's different layers to this because
sure,
like I still eat spaghetti, but I remember the taste of the Pescetti's spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
I remember the taste of both grandmother's spaghettis that they made. And it's like, so I'll never get that version of it again.
Sure.
Because that's one of those things that like there's different recipes. Here's another one. So my grandmother on my dad's side, her twin sister, my Aunt Mamie, made homemade mayonnaise. And I don't really like mayonnaise.
Hold on. What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've never in my life.
If my cousin's listening right now, she probably just perked up because it's her grandmother. But and her my cousin my cousin Lori can make it. But like I didn't really like mayonnaise except for her homemade mayonnaise.
A prime example.
That was like I'm just now at 39 years old to the point where I'll eat mayonnaise again.
Okay. Who created now your grandma started Loveless, right?
No.
She bought it.
She bought it.
All right.
Or my grandfather bought it. Yeah.
So who created the biscuits?
The Lovelaces. Annie Loveless.
Before your grandparent. Okay.
The Loveless family started Loveless.
Okay.
They sold it to another family, and then that family sold it to my family. We had
Okay.
it for 30 years.
So
But
you
they
could
started
have
it all.
you could have said, yeah, man, we created the biscuit.
I'm actually no. I'm glad you brought that up because like a lot of people, because we had it for so long, a lot of people will make that assumption, and I am very particular about history, and the Lovelaces started it.
Okay.
We just took it and ran with it, and took it to a different level,
Nice.
I guess. But the Maynards had it as well, and so I want that history to be told.
Who bought it from Grandma?
A different group, but Tom Morales was a part of that group.
Okay.
That owns Tomcats.
Yeah.
So he kind of was a part of brokered it, I guess.
Oh.
Was a part of putting it all together.
Now, I think does Bill Frist or Tommy Frist's daughter own it now?
I think that's right.
Something like that. She's listening. Hey, we're gonna come
I
back.
don't know.
Right.
But I think that's right.
So what do you miss from Loveless that your grandma had, her invention, creation that you can't eat anymore?
I've tried to recreate these recently, potato pancakes. So they would take they'd make a ton of potatoes, mashed potatoes or whatever. And they, you'd have some left over the next day or whatever.
Mhm.
Well, those, leftover, they're okay, but they're better fresh, right? So they would take the leftover mashed potatoes and make potato cakes, pancakes,
I'm following this.
and put them on the griddle. I don't think they serve those anymore.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Again, I look at it as they're two different Lovelaces. Like they're
Oh, of course.
and they're great. I was there a couple weeks ago.
That's
Like
awesome.
they do a fantastic job.
Right.
But that's not what I grew up in.
Sure.
They're different, very different places. So
What'd you call your grandma?
Mama?
So was was she to blame for Vince Gill's chubby stage for a little bit? Because there's a little time Vince was chubby and he was at the Loveless like every day.
Probably.
Okay. All right. That's all right.
So
good chubby.
So the funny thing is there was there's a table in the front window at Loveless with the neon sign that says cafe. It was a 2-seater table. That was Vince's table. Every Saturday morning, usually when they opened, around 8 or 8:30, nobody could sit at that table because Vince was coming.
Nice.
And he didn't call ahead or anything. Just
Right.
Mama, Vince is coming. And Vince would come in by himself and like, hey, Miss Donna, go sit down. And
That's a pretty good impression there.
yeah.
All right.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going? Good for you. Yeah. So that's the question is like, what food now you just don't want to eat because it was made a level that your parents, my mom, your dad, your Dr. Crane's grandpa, that it's not going to come anywhere near. And therefore you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, that's a great question. 2758. My grandmother made chicken and dumplings better than anyone else.
Ooh.
My grandmother on mom's side did too.
Ooh, 2758. That's a tough one to put down because those are good.
She'd make the dough and like roll it out and like cut. They were thick dumplings too.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah, they were really good. And my mom does a really good job with it. She makes a very good chicken and dumpling as well. The same recipe, but there was I don't know what it is. There's something about grandmas. And like there's just grandma's cooking. Maybe it's a Southern thing.
Good for you.
But like you go to grandma's and she cooks for you. There's just something it always tastes different.
Yeah.
There's something different about it.
Relish that because as I've said, my grandmother hated me.
That's why like I envy Dr. Crane so much. Because,
That's right.
One way I think that he and I have bonded is over our grandparents because of how close he is to his grandparents
Right.
is like how close I was to mine, and mine are gone. And so, I certainly cherish that for you, that your grandmother, that you still get to spend that time.
Yeah,
So
very cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah,
not to get all emotional.
No,
and
that's
everything.
okay. All right. my family, they listen religiously to the station. They think the world of you guys as well. So, and by the way, I did get a text. My mother said to you, Joe, remember we're about the same age, so I better be alive.
That's right. That's right.
Well, we say hello to Nick's mom and Nani and the rest of the family that's listening. Nani is a celebrity on this show.
We love Nani.
She is absolutely a celebrity.
Read Justin and Greenbrier. This is a really good one.
I would say my mother-in-law's coconut cream pie. Now that she is gone, I don't want another one. She made such a good one with that mile-high meringue. I'm like Dr. Crane.
Welcome to the club.
I'm reading this, and you pause. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, my God.
Skiatica.
Oh, Marinique. Oh,
Meringue.
it sounds like some Russian girl I met in Vegas. Come back, Marinique. That's my kidney. Oh, my Lord.
Good Lord.
It's okay. I almost read it as like merengue. I'm like, oh, that's wrong. We're not very smart on this show. We apologize. Really apologize. Oh
my
please
God.
make that a okay.
That's going to be a rejoin. Don't worry. It was melting your mouth good from the loving way she made it. I won't find an equal to that again.
Yeah, just
Meringue.
that's the exact text we're talking about, Justin and Greenbrier. Thank you, buddy. That it's made so well that you don't want another one. That's it. Made so well you don't want another one. Thank you, Justin.
Oh, man.
Man.
Chad says, hug your grandparents tight. Just sat at my papa's grave yesterday after almost 2 years of him being gone. Was a hero for me.
Oh. But again, the Dr. Seuss line earlier, don't be sad. Be sad because they're gone. You can be that way, but be so grateful and blessed that they were part of your life, man. And it's just an amazing thing.
And I know where they are. And that's what it makes me happy.
Absolutely, man.
So, that's yeah.
Although they're probably laughing right now at your Marinique. I've been to Aruba, Jamaica. That's a Marinique. Take it slow.
Oh, that's Marinique. Does sound like a name of somebody you'd meet in Vegas.
What was the one that Rex rode?
Skiatica.
Yeah, Skiatica.
Sciatica or
Sciatica.
Sciatica, yeah.
That was gold.
Skiatica?
Gold. I love that. Yes.
Ryan Porth at the time was producing that show and fell over in the floor. He was laughing so hard.
Love it, man.
It's kind of like a moment we had with About the Box.
No, right? But nothing comes close to Zinfandel.
Dr. Zinfandel.
Yeah.
Next detective.
I remember Chase was like, are you trying to say Zinfandel? And I was like, is he? And then you're like, no.
I don't think I'd want to go to a doctor with the name of Zinfandel. But
right?
I'll tell you guys in a break a doctor that I went to high school with that had a odd last name.
There was a doctor here in Nashville for a while, Dr. Hurt. And I'm like, I'm not going to see that guy. It's like a wrestling name. What was the name of the tag team? Chase was off. They're Gates of Death. What was her name? Gates of
Agony of Doom? No. Agony of Death? Gates of Agony. Okay.
Gates of Agony. I love that. Anyway, so don't go see Dr. I mean, he might still be around. I don't know, but don't be part of the Gates of Agony. Right? Just all the pain we got now on the show.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's great. 615-737-1025. That's our phone and text line. Driven by Wilson County Hyundai.com. All of our training camp coverage here on 1025 The Game is presented by Tennessee Brewworks, Parman Energy, and the Music City Kickoff Game, which is September 6th between Ole Miss and Louisville at Nissan Stadium. Get your tickets at NashvilleSports.com. We'll have more coming up next. Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Hey, friend of the show, Eric Church. I don't know if he's a friend of the show or not, but he seems like he could be.
Might as well, right?
Yeah, he seems like a cool guy.
Saw him at that Super Bowl meeting, and I went to go up and talk to him, and somebody said, "That's him over there." I'm like, "That's not Eric Church," because he looked nothing like, because he had like regular glasses on. I was like, "That's not." And it was him. So I was like, "Whatever." I said, so I was like, "He needs to come talk to me, not me talk to him." And then he didn't come talk to me.
By the way, I'm still the what? I don't even know what a Marinique.
Yeah, right. You pause. I'm like, get it right, get it right, get it right, get it right.
Meringue.
But it's spelled weirdly than you would think it would be. So yeah.
All right. So I'll tell a funny story on myself. So in high school, like I forget what algebra it was. We've established I'm not very good at math, right? We learned that yesterday.
In many ways. Cat's up by 176.
Jason's 12.
All right.
So basic math was a problem.
Right.
So I had a tutor that I went to help me.
She cute?
As she was older.
Just say yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all right. You don't get in trouble. Aaron's busy. You're good.
He's probably listening.
You're good, man.
No, she was a retired teacher from FRA, and so I went to her. You stop.
Right.
Well, now I don't want to tell the story.
No, tell it, man.
Because I was very embarrassed with how this happened. So there was some term in algebra. I don't even remember what it was, but it was like a contrapositive or something is what it was called.
Keep going. This is good now. All right, I'm liking this.
Well, I accidentally said something else.
Contraceptive.
Yeah. and I didn't realize that I was saying the wrong thing.
Oh, okay.
And she was older, like I don't want to speculate how old she was, but she was very
Mrs. Robinson.
very sweet.
Jesus loves you more than you will know.
Very, very sweet. But she
Okay.
was like, honey, that's not how you say it.
Please tell me you went home and said, Mom, I got an A on my contraceptive. Carol's like, to your room now. Oh my God.
So needless to say, we all have slip ups with words. Words are hard.
Now, taking a step further, I do this job, my career in media and journalism, because I'm terrible at math.
Yeah.
That spearheaded me because my mother wanted to be an engineer. I'm like, Mom, that ain't happening. But that's how I'm not talking to those in the career of the journalism field. Most did because you're terrible at math. And I mean, you're terrible at math. I am. I'm sure Dr. Crane is as well. But so, yeah.
What's the like, if I say, hey, tell me like the dumbest thing you've ever said on TV or a moment or like what's the first one that comes, like a blooper or however you want to
The Mariota Thanksgiving line. I got roasted for that.
Which one was
bad.
it?
We did it's when Tannehill replaced Mariota and we were doing a turkey frying and they said this turkey is done and the anchor's like what's the name of the turkey that's done? And I said
I remember this.
It's Marcus Mariota. Man, so I had Dr. Craig, you ever heard this? You've never heard? Oh, I'm sorry. So
we both kind of had one of those.
It was so it was a joke, right? And so from what I got back from like Titans players, like laughed their butts off at this. But one golfer named Peter Jacobson hated this and proceeded to blast me on social media constantly.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, man. But that's the one people like, oh, you're terrible. The other half are like, oh my God, that's the greatest thing ever.
I think so. I had that happen to me too. So it was Tannehill's first game. And back then they would let you could go on the field or whatever.
Right.
And I think they let certain people do that now, but anybody that had a credential could. So I'm standing by the tunnel and they're all running out. And I had taken a picture of Tannehill and tweeted that out saying like Ryan Tannehill ready for his first start with the Titans. And then right after that, I got a picture of Mariota and I tweeted Mariota and I said, and Marcus Mariota is ready to put on hand warmers because it was cold. but
And-
it was because he wasn't going to play.
Yes.
I got blasted.
Yeah. From the same people who were booing Mariota.
No, but like the best part was, this is when I learned, like, Marcus, it was just, you don't talk bad about Marcus. And like, truthfully, looking back on it, I probably shouldn't have done it.
Same here.
You know, I get, because sometimes, I think I can admit this now, we would do things to make each other laugh.
True. It's the only goal. That's right.
And I realize, and the worst part is, I'm at the game. I'm in the press box. There was a member of the PR team that unfollowed me and like basically wouldn't talk to me, which I didn't think they were great at their job anyway.
Oh, well.
But
Moving on. Yep.
So no loss there. But yeah. And so I felt bad, especially because Marcus was a really nice guy.
He was. It
was
just a joke.
I got my, I guess, like, you know, I was okay. Everything was cool. Because when he left, like, they do locker clean out, and I walk up to him. I was like, "Hey, Marcus, good luck with everything. You know, hope it all goes well." And he goes, "Hey, by the way, your hand warmer thing was pretty funny."
Nice.
And I was
Full
like,
circle.
I was like, I win.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is like, these are all just jokes. They're not a knock on a character.
Like, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, look, from a host standpoint, given my opinion, they should have benched him 4 games earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like, who knows what that season would have been. I mean, granted, they made it to the AFC Championship game, but like, he was not the starting quarterback.
Go watch the Denver game when they benched him. He was
I used
awful.
to use the hashtag year 5. Like, by year 5, you know what a guy is.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about with Cam Ward, of everybody ready to cast him off after 1 year. I think that's unfair.
That's correct.
But you get to year 5, you know what a guy is.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you've had coaching changes and OC changes and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
By the 5th year, you're either a starting NFL quarterback or you're not.
Amen, brother.
And kudos to Marcus. He's still in the league. He's made a nice career being a backup. I wanted him back here as the backup because I can trust him for 2 or 3 games off the bench, but he's not a starter.
No, he's not.
And that's okay.
Totally
not everybody needs to be a starter.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
That was mine.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that, you know, great guy, but they were just jokes, man. And then the fact that the people like, I can't believe, and the other half like, oh my God, that was like 6:45 in the morning too, that was said. So look, it's a joke, man. That's what we do. We're having a good time. It was nothing against character, nothing of those lines. If you got to explain the joke, I'm like, I'm not doing that. And so that's what it was about.
Dylan in Antioch said, I remember talking about your deal. The Mariota turkey thing was so funny. I still share that every year when it comes up on my Facebook memories. I can't believe people thought that wasn't funny. I remember the whole exchange. The anchor egged you on too, because somebody said, "How do you know when it's done?" And he said, "When he throws 4 picks in a game."
That's exactly right. Chris, I forget it. Chris something. I forget his name. That's right.
Oh yeah,
That's a joke. God almighty, man.
We got to have fun.
We do.
Thank
you, Dylan Antioch. Appreciate that, brother.
That's good. 615-737-1025. We'll get back into who knows what else in our question of the day. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game.
Montego.
Chasing Big Joe 102.5 the game here on this Monday.
So I get home last night, turn TV on, ABC. What's on? Cocktail.
Oh,
I just spoken about it last week.
yeah, you did a with you.
Yeah, because it was like 38 years since the movie came out. It was on TV last. I watched every second of it. I was like, this is awesome. Well done there.
He is it's been 38 years.
Yep. I last 2 weeks ago I watched it's my favorite football movie, All the Right Moves. If you've not ever seen All the Right Moves with Tom Cruise, it's before he became a massive star. That's one of the best football movies of all time. Go watch All the Right Moves. Craig T. Nelson's in it. Leah Thompson's in it. Christopher Penn's in it. May he rest in peace. It's just a really good movie about football and all that goes into it. And it's sad a little bit, but it's got a really good ending.
Does Tom Cruise get the credit he deserves? Like, you think about some of the movies and franchises he's been a part of, and I actually think he's a good actor.
It's a great actor.
I love Tom Cruise movies.
Yeah, no, I think he's a weirdo.
Yeah,
aren't
right.
all of them
That's
weirdo?
right.
They're all
That's
weird.
Whatever.
But I'd go like A Few Good Men. How many times have you seen A Few Good Men?
Oh,
pieces of it. A million?
yeah, but I mean,
right?
That's one of those, like, if it's on, I stop and watch it.
Right. He should have won an Oscar for Rain Man, which
Yep.
he didn't. Was just completely asinine. Rain Man's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Has he ever won an Oscar?
He's never.
He's been nominated. He was nominated for Rain Man and A Few Good Men, right?
And I don't know if A Few Good Men. He was nominated for Magnolia. He played a motivational speaker whose dad's dying.
Nicholson
really good. Nicholson didn't win,
but he was nominated.
I
for
don't
A Few Good
remember.
Men.
Should have
I think he
been.
was.
Yeah, should have been. But like Risky Business.
Great movie.
I mean, he did a movie. One of his first movies called Losing It when they go to Tijuana. Was a great movie.
He was in Taps.
Don't get me started about Taps. One of the most underrated best movies of all time. Timothy Hutton, Sean Penn, the very end, when he's shooting everybody up. It's a great Taps is a wonderful movie.
The Outsiders.
He was in that one. Smaller role because you had Swayze and everybody else.
But I mean, like,
I think he did Legend in '85, which was terrible. I think that's the name of the movie. Did it between
he did. That was he did Risky Business, All the Right Moves, Legend, then Top Gun.
Yeah.
The Color of Money.
Great with Paul Newman.
Cocktail.
Oh, I love Cocktail.
He's uncredited in Young Guns.
I didn't know he was in that.
Rain Man. Born on the 4th of July.
Great movie.
Days of Thunder.
Good movie.
Far and Away.
Okay movie.
A Few Good Men.
Great movie.
The Firm.
The book was 1,000 times better. That's my problem. Good movie.
Interview with the Vampire Chronicles.
Yeah,
he was in that.
Brad Pitt was in that. He was okay. The character he did, Lestat, whatever. He wasn't. That character in the book wasn't Tom Cruise.
And then he gets into a run. Mission Impossible, Jerry Maguire, Eyes Wide Shut, Magnolia, Mission Impossible 2, Vanilla Sky, underrated.
Cameron Crowe wrote that.
Minority Report.
Great movie. By the way, Minority Report, the first death, Josh Dubin. I'm like, you'd be kidding me, man. Get this out of here.
The Last Samurai, that was an underrated one.
It was?
Yeah. Collateral, War of Worlds.
Spielberg. World Worlds was good.
Mission Impossible 3.
I got lost those Mission Impossible movies.
Lions for Lambs. I don't remember that one. Valkyrie.
Love it.
Problem in Tropic Thunder.
The problem, remember he did the bald-headed movie producer that yelled at everybody?
Yeah. Night and Day.
Don't remember that one. Oh, that's with Cameron
Diaz. Yeah.
Cameron Diaz.
Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, Rock of Ages. Don't remember that. Jack Reacher was good. Oblivion was good. Edge of Tomorrow was good. Rogue Nation, another Jack Reacher.
They replaced him in Jack Reacher because Jack Reacher's character is like 6'5", like 250, like the guy that plays it now. That'll beat your ass in his Brentwood neighborhood if you go over there. Do you remember that last summer? Jack Reacher got into a fight with the guy in his neighborhood who was walking down the street. That's over somewhere in Brentwood.
Yeah. Top Gun Maverick.
So there you go. Really, Top Gun Maverick.
That was good. The cast was good.
Yeah.
The scene with Val Kilmer was tough.
It was. And that was filmed 3 years before it came out.
Yeah.
Because COVID delayed and everything
Yeah.
else delayed it. But give me all the right moves. Risky. These are all movies I grew up with. So Risky Business it was an R-rated movie. We snuck in and saw it at Belford 6, I think it was, back in like 83. And it was just one of those coming of age movies that you'll never forget. And that was one of the movies.
Cruise was nominated for Born on the 4th of July.
Is that it? For best actor?
That's what 2989 is saying.
Yeah. Ron Kovac. Love it or leave it, baby. Love it or leave it. It's a sad movie. It's a true story, too.
Is it?
Yep. About Ron Kovac or Kovac or whatever.
Let's see. I bet there's something that tells me everything he's been nominated for.
It's called.
And supposedly he's going to do a Days of Thunder 2, which makes me very happy. Except I'm sad that Harry won't be in it. I don't know. I'll look at this later.
You can look at it now, buddy.
Have you watched the show Lioness
I have not.
at all?
Is it good?
Nicole Kidman and Zoe. I forget her last name, but she was in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Deschanel?
No, everybody
No.
says that. No, not
She
Deschanel.
does the
T-Mobile commercials.
Yeah, T-Mobile.
Yeah. It's on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Fantastic. I just finished the first season. I think the third season just came out. So
What's it about?
CIA, like some covert ops and just like the kind of stuff stuff the president doesn't know about going on.
Who's the protagonist in this?
Zoe?
Who's the antagonist?
No. There's I don't want to give the whole thing away.
Who cares?
There's a target that
And Donaldson.
there's a target that they're after
Did you see Taylor Lewan at Target in White Bridge Road?
on Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah. I did.
Okay, sorry.
And so anyway, it's a program for the CIA called the Lioness program, and she sends an asset in undercover to get to a high level target, and then
By using her charm, that works. That's worked for 5,000 years.
and then they neutralize. Well, and then they neutralize the target or the goal.
Okay.
Is what they're trying to do.
All right.
But you would like it.
All right.
Morgan Freeman's in it. I mean, it's got a pretty good cast.
I like that.
Yeah,
Morgan
it's
Freeman.
Taylor Sheridan, the guy that did Yellowstone.
Oh, okay.
Like all his stuff is good.
It's all on Paramount Plus too, right? Everything.
Yep. So it's like Zoe Saldana, or however you say her.
Okay. Nicole Kidman is filming some show around town called Scarpietta or Scarpietta,
Geppetto?
something like that. Can you pull it up on her little bio? It's filmed like they were filming in Smyrna a few weeks ago. And like, I have no friends, actors who are in this. Well, I've got a small role in Scarpetta. I'm like, what is that?
Wes?
Yeah, Scarpetta.
What's it about?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's filmed here in Nashville.
Yeah.
Well, all over Middle Tennessee. Nicole Kidman's part of this. Jamie Lee Curtis is in it.
Oh, nice.
And I don't even know where to find it. I need to probably stop writing songs and get out more. And do that.
You should.
Yeah. Nothing else. But yeah, so they
Nicole Kidman's a badass in this show too. Like she didn't put up with anything.
Yeah, she's acting.
Yeah, I know. But
she's still.
It's also weird too when she talks with an American accent.
In the words of one Greg Pogue, still getting it done. Still getting
Nicole,
it done.
if you're listening, we're big fans.
Big fans. Come by and hang out with us.
Look,
she does that commercial for the Preds, and I mean not for the Preds, but the Vanderbilt Children's Hospital or whatever. Like, I mean, her voice. Take all my money.
You can ask my mother. So 1995, Batman Forever came out.
Right.
So I was like 8 or 9 when this movie came out. And I was in love with Nicole Kidman in that movie. Because like, damn.
Right. Were you wearing your Batman underoos?
Probably.
Of course you were.
But I was like infatuated. I mean, she was just so pretty.
She was. What's one of the like Good Girl or Baby Girl that she was in? I saw that.
Yeah, Baby Girl.
Yeah, I would advise not watching that. Big Joe's advice: just skip that one.
Okay.
But when I say skip that one, I'm like, go watch.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, I mean, she was in. I guess she probably won't be in Days of Thunder 2, if I had to guess.
No, but it'd be kind of cool if she
If she did,
if they mend fences and she gets back in there.
yeah.
What would Days of Thunder 2 be about? Let me
I don't
guess. He's retired because he had concussions, hires a young gun who's like him, and then
Yeah, probably. Since Harry's gone, maybe he either owns the team or he's the crew chief, and like mentors the young driver.
now would you allow Randy Quaid's got to be in this?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him in this.
John C. Riley's got to be in it. I mean, there's Rowdy. We got to have Rowdy.
What's his name? He was in Princess Bride.
He's in a lot of things. He's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Carrie Elves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got to be in it.
Yep.
So
But don't set it in Daytona. Set it in Bristol. Do
yeah.
something
We'll
different.
go to different tracks. So the reason it's taken so long is NASCAR actually wants to be a part of it.
Okay.
Which,
Were they not part of the original?
well, they were. I mean, they had cars in the races and stuff, but I think that would be if NASCAR gives them the access to make it authentic.
Look, if you look up, there's a documentary on Days of Thunder. I think it's
The Golden Hour.
about the rewrites up until the last day of all the stuff. I mean, it's like they made that quickly and fast. But Cruz's whole thing was reading that. It's like, we got to make this as real as possible. And that's where Bobby Hamilton came in.
So there's always a Nashville connection.
Yep.
Rick Hendrick Motorsports, what really helped, because the movie's loosely, like Randy Quaid's character is loosely based on Rick Hendrick.
Okay.
Cole Trickle,
Tom Cruise,
a lot of the influence, Rowdy Burns, a lot of his influence was Dale Earnhardt.
Okay.
He spent a lot of time with Dale Earnhardt trying to kind of be like him. But anyway, so Rick Hendrick actually supplied the cars that were in actual races for them to get the footage of
but they're really in the race. Like
Yeah,
they were really
yeah.
in the Daytona 500.
Yeah. And they worked a deal with NASCAR that they would qualify. And a lot of times they were starting park. They'd go out, they'd run a few laps, they'd get some footage, and then they'd pull them into the
Right,
garage
yeah.
and get out of the way. And then they would shoot everything else, later on. But there's a documentary on, I think it's Fox Sports did it, called The Golden Hour. And it's talking about the movie and all of that. And like, remember the big wreck scene at Daytona?
Yep.
They had one shot at that, and they did it at Charlotte Motor Speedway on like a drag strip or something, or maybe somewhere. And they had to flip the car, to get the shot that they were going to use, but they only had one car to do it. Yeah. So, I mean, it was like some of the stuff, and Tom Cruise, like Dale Earnhardt Jr. has talked about this. Tom Cruise, Dale Jr. met him when he was really young because he came over to his dad's house and spent like a whole day with Dale Earnhardt talking to him about wanting to do the movie and like what he needed to learn and all this stuff.
Yeah. So come back. What would you call it? Can't be Days of Thunder 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what it'd be.
Thunder
what,
Days.
What it would be. More Days of Thunder.
I'm all about, if it's going to advance things, like it took me a long time to watch The Longest Yard because the original Burt Reynolds is so
agreed
good.
But I like that they included him in it.
Agreed. But Sandler put his own spin on it where it was okay.
The only thing I didn't like is what's the character's name? The main character? Carew.
Paul Crew.
Paul Crew. Burt Reynolds be Paul Crew.
Oh, that'd have been good. Yeah.
Now he wore the jersey.
Yep.
Like he had the Mean Machine, his 22, and everything. But like he should have been Paul Crew and do something different.
So if somebody asks me which one should I watch the original, because the ending is really, really good.
Yeah. If you're gonna do, my thing is like Top Gun Maverick was perfect because it was basically the same movie done 30 years later, but it was updated. And it had new characters and new storylines, but it also had throwbacks and callbacks to the original.
Yeah.
Like
that's the way to do it.
Him getting in the F-14, like, okay, that was cool. Because that was the you could have Talk to Me Rooster and Talk to Me Goose,
Right.
and, you know, stuff like that. So how they did it, I thought was perfect. They would need to do that with Days of Thunder too. Like there's got to be a scene where he goes to the barn and he, you know, he's talking to Harry even though Harry's not there, or, you know, like that's nostalgia.
I agree. It advances story for me. There's also the football movie you need to watch called Heaven Can Wait with Warren Beatty about being the quarterback for the Rams. It's a really good movie just about life and death, and there's football involved in it, and it's just so good with Warren Beatty, and I think Buck Henry was in that too as well. It's about a young man played by Warren Beatty mistakenly taken to heaven by his guardian angel, and a lot of complications. He comes back as the quarterback. I think it was up for 9 Academy Awards. But anyway,
Good Lord.
sports movies that aren't really sports movies.
Yeah.
So good for all that.
Well,
But yeah, I like to see Days of Thunder too.
We're a sports show that isn't really a sports show.
That's right. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll find out 2 weeks from today.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Nice little
Indeed.
tease there.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway, we'll have more coming here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Man, well done. I knew what that was like the first bit. The car chase scene or the car scene in Days of Thunder.
Ah, okay.
You remember that?
I do remember that.
They who was it that reenacted that a few years ago? I think it was Dale. It was Dale Jr. and somebody. They redid
I do
it.
remember that.
They did
Yes.
it for TNT or something. They reenacted that. But that's my favorite. That because who are they going to have dinner with?
Fred Dalton Thompson.
That's right.
Love Fred Dalton Thompson. A friend of mine
Underrated in that movie.
pawned scalped a ticket to the Tennessee Vandy football game in 1990, and Fred Dalton Thompson bought it. So he's
really?
sitting next to me, and I'm like, this dude's in Die Hard 2. He's in Days of Thunder.
Before he was a senator?
Yes. Yeah, yes, he was. And there's another movie. Hunt for Red October, Days of Thunder, Die Hard, and
Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2, and he was in Cape Fear.
Yeah,
The remake of Cape Fear with Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
And that he was dating Lori Morgan at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's sitting right next to us. And we're like, oh my God. I was like, hey, how's it going there, Mr. Dalton Thompson?
He came into Loveless one time and I got to meet him.
Huge dude.
Oh, yeah.
Huge guy.
Yeah. He I think he was a senator at that point and he came into Loveless, but I was like, hey, you were in Days of Thunder.
Yeah,
You're
right.
in Die Hard.
Die Hard 2 was on yesterday. It's a great movie, man.
Die Hard 2. So that's the one he's in. He's not in the first Die Hard.
Correct.
He's the head of the airport.
Yep. Damn it, McClain.
No, he has that stack 'em, rack 'em, or whatever he says. But
And they're like, we'll put it on the outer marker. Contact Charlotte, Boston, and Nashville. I'm like, Nashville.
yeah, I did the same thing.
So excited.
And the pilot in the plane that crashes, which was sad, is Cole Meany, who is in Star Trek.
And looks just like Greg Polk.
He does. Yeah.
He looks just like. So, yeah.
So
those are,
fun fact about that. So that was 1990. So Cole Meany was on Star Trek: The Next Generation as a recurring character, Chief O'Brien. And he started in the first season and then was recurring throughout the series, but he was never made a regular character. And so somebody asked him one time, like, how come you weren't a regular? And he goes, well, I was actually offered a regular role, but I didn't want to get typecast into it because I wanted to do movies. Well, the problem was he became such a popular character as a recurring,
right,
that he got typecast, and so he ended up becoming a regular character on Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Is that the one? So he was on with Patrick Stewart? Was that okay, yeah. But Cole Meany was also in a very, very good movie.
What?
Con Air.
Was he?
He was one of the agents with John Cusack.
That's right. He
Tried
sure
to
was.
stop the plane. Yeah,
he sure was.
So
That's
yeah,
funny.
so that's a thing. Yeah. Thanks to Bill Wickett for weighing in from the Preds about Heaven Can Wait, the football movie with Warren Beatty. Thank you, Bill. Made my day right there, buddy. About these old sports movies that are so underrated and forgotten about that we don't talk about much anymore.
4822 says he's in Ghostbusters 2, bad guy in the painting.
That's not him.
That's not him.
No,
it looks like him. That guy was on what was that show with Callista Flockhart?
Ally McBeal.
Ally McBeal. He was on that show.
Yeah, he's been a bunch of things. I forget his name.
Yeah. But that's not Call Meany.
Ghostbusters 2 was okay. Came out the summer of '89. Got kind of swallowed by Batman.
Great.
Same year. Original Batman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton and
that's the thing.
Jack.
Jack Nicholson made like $60 million off that, and yet people bitch about Jeffrey Simmons making $35 million. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah. But Jack stole that movie. I mean,
Yeah, right.
was the best in that movie.
So I don't care make all the money you can. That's what capitalism's about. I love it.
I can still quote that movie. And that was like the first Batman that
With
I
Michael
remember
Keaton.
seeing. Yeah. Like they're having the party at Bruce's house at Wayne Manor, and like he's got Commissioner Gordon and another cop on the or why wasn't I informed of this? Who's in charge? Eckhart, sir. Oh my God, let's go.
Yeah.
It's like Batman knew.
What does this town need?
Oh no, that I don't remember.
The Joker. This town needs an enema.
Oh yeah, that's
He
right.
does a little pinky
Yeah.
thing and they drive
Yeah.
off.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the
That's
pale
right.
moonlight?
It's a great one, man.
Yep.
All those. Yeah. So you understand with that. But yeah, that's on the movie. Welcome down movie lane with us, right?
Yeah, we'll talk sports next. John McClain going to join us
Right.
from Houston. We'll get we'll see what's going on down in Houston with training camp and all of that. So we'll do that
Just say his name.
in Nick's Cesario.
There
We'll do
we
that
go.
coming up next. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. Let's talk some football. John McClain joins us now from Houston. John, how you doing?
I'm great, guys. How are you?
We're doing fantastic. In all your years of covering the NFL, have you always made a big deal about how many interceptions the quarterback threw in training camp? Because it seems to be a running theme here in Nashville right now.
I don't give a rat's you-know-what how many interceptions a quarterback throws the first week of training camp. Never have and never will.
I love it. So is everybody making a big deal about C.J. Stroud down there?
They make a big deal out of Stroud, sure, because Stroud is coming off terrible playoffs, and everybody's been making a big deal out of him since then, ever since they got to the off-season program. So, yeah. And they keep track on 9-on, I believe on obviously 7-on-7, 9-on-7, 11-on-11. So yeah, all his stats are out there, but that's just because this is his 4th season. He's looking at a contract extension in the 50 or 100 million neighborhood.
Now, when do you expect that to happen? Is that a imminent thing, or is that something that they would wait until after the season?
I thought before it'd be after the season, he'd have to prove himself. But last week when they started camp and Nick Caserio did his annual State of the Texans, he said they were talking, and I was thinking if he didn't think they're going to get a deal done, why talk about it? Adam Schefter put out there 2 months ago he thought they'd get it done, and for him to do that tells me he's talking to one of two or both of two involved. That'd be Agent David Mulligetta or General Manager Nick Caserio.
Talking to John McClain on the Chasing Big Joe show. John, I know camp started. We're talking football, but this oddness around the Kyle Shanahan wreck just is still lingering. I mean, could this affect the team and affect, there's a guy helping him out, coach going on? Is this a matter that just needs to be pushed aside, or is this something that's going to linger to the season for the Niners?
Well, nobody knows for sure. They said he should be ready. He's got Clay Kubiak, Gary's middle son. Colin plays. Clay's very involved in the game day, the preparation and the game day operation as seeing his eye in the sky, so to speak. So, yeah, but I mean, I would expect Kyle Shanahan to be running the show again by the time the regular season rolls around.
Well, good, because I'm glad he's okay. That was just a kind of a weird story. I saw news today, John, that go back into 2014, that Jadeveon Clowney might be coming back to the Texans.
Yep, he signed with the Texans. He's coming back. They needed depth at defensive end behind Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. Clowney last season led the Cowboys with 8.5 sacks, 12 tackles for 12 tackles for loss, and he had 22 pressures, and he was 5th in the NFL in pressure rate, even though he only played in 13 games and 379 snaps. And Clowney's always been better against the run than he has been as a pass rusher, which is one reason he's never had 10 sacks in a season. He's had 9, 9.5, 8.5 last year, so they're happy to get him. He lives here. He had multiple teams pursuing him. He's a mercenary. He takes his time to see who makes the best offer, and he came back to Houston. Let me tell you, people here are pumped. He never should have been traded. 2 of the worst trades in Texans history were engineered by Bill O'Brien, and neither had a thing to do with playing. They had to do with the fact that Jadeveon Clowney and DeAndre Hopkins used to do things that irritated him, like be 2 minutes late to a meeting or something. And so he got rid of him in terrible deals, and now Clowney's back, and Hopkins just started coaching at Georgia Tech as a GA.
That's great. John, J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney, did it ever reach its full potential? And had it reached its full potential, how dominating could that have been?
Well, they were together for 5 years, and they were dominating, and that's one reason Texans went to the playoffs so much and won playoff games to get to the divisional round. Now, let me think about Clowney came in 14, White came in 11. Clowney's first year was ruined by microfracture surgery on his knee and 2 subsequent operations. So healthy, if they'd have both been healthy together for those 5 years, Texans might have been able to advance farther than they did.
Talking to John McClain. Speaking of J.J. Watt, the news came out last week with Tony Romo and all his stuff going on. He's on a leave of absence from CBS. So J.J. will elevate and work with Jim Nantz on the number 1 team. What's kind of been your thoughts on, you dealt with him every day as, when he was a player and you a media member. How do you think he's done on this side of things, and how do you think he'll be with the number 1?
I thought he did a great job last year with that Eagle. He was tremendous. Everybody praised him. I didn't hear any criticism. He did really well when he was in the studio show. And JJ's not afraid to be critical. He doesn't take cheap shots, and he's very analytical, and he's got a great personality. He's going to succeed at anything he does, except maybe on a soccer team like Burnley. And I think that Romo's not going to get that first team job back. Andrew Marchand from The Athletic, who's the one that's broken the story on all that, and he talked about, and I think Mike Florio's been all over this too, you have morals clause. And they found out a lot of things that happened when he got to driving, where I can't remember what they called it. He didn't tell the truth. And so if they want to get rid of him and fight him over a settlement of $72 million that is still owed him of his $180 million, they could probably do it, or they could bring him back and drop him down to a different level, because he has not been as good since he signed that $180 million contract. And a lot of people are saying, well, he isn't as good because the longer he's out of the game, the less he knows about it. Because he got so much money, it doesn't look like he's worked as hard to prepare, where he can predict things based on alignment, which he was great at, and now he's not.
John McClain with us on the show. We'll have more with him coming up next here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Home of John McClain, too. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Monday. John, do you ever have those moments where you have something in your head and then as you're supposed to open your mouth and say it, you just totally forget it? That's exactly what just happened to me. So
yeah, that happens to me, and that's what happens when you get old. Unfortunately, it happens more and more.
Well, I just had one of those moments. What I was going to ask, Clint Kubiak very well. Obviously, his dad was there, and now he's the head coach with the Raiders. What's kind of your thoughts on how he's handling things with the quarterback situation? Because I agree that Kirk Cousins should probably be the day one starter and let Fernando Mendoza take his time and not be rushed into it. But what are your thoughts on that?
I think the Raiders, if Mark Davis can stay out of making any dumb decisions and leave it to general manager John Spytek, who was with the Broncos under Gary Kubiak when they won Super Bowl 50 and then won a Super Bowl in Tampa when he was with Tom Brady, and let him continue to run the show with advice from Tom Brady, that team's headed in the right direction. Clint is like his dad. He's quiet, and people think, oh, man, he's not going to be tough enough. But when you watch him reaming players out at practice for mistakes, and it's one of those coaches where you don't want to let him down. He won't chew people out. He won't say anything negative in the media. A lot of times the media and the fans will get mad because he won't be honest when they lose and want them to take shots at the team. That's not Perry. That's not Clint. It's not going to be Clay, who should be a head coach next year after being the 49ers offensive coordinator. And when you're a young team like they have, that is appreciated. And I think Kirk Cousins, who he knows very well from coaching at Minnesota, is a really smart move. There's a lot of great quarterbacks, starting with the minority partner with the Raiders who didn't play as a rookie. And like Patrick Mahomes, like Tony Romo, like Aaron Rodgers. There was a lot that didn't. And I think if you're stepping in and you're a Ben Roethlisberger and you're drafted low and you play 10 games and you win them all, that's because you were fortunate to be selected by a really good team. Well, Fernando Mendoza was not.
That's right. Talking to John McClain on the Chase and Big Joe show. John, I'm loving this drama in Tampa with Baker Mayfield. I mean, that's a very good football team. Now you got the Vita Vea incident that's going on. He wants more money, be traded. Now the Baker Mayfield. I mean, you go to camp and you got all these problems when you got a football team that could be really good come together. How do you see the Baker Mayfield thing impacting this team?
I don't think it'll impact anything negative. It doesn't matter what they say at this time of year. They can act like their PP hurts all the time because they're not getting a contract they want. But the fact is, the big money does not start till the regular season starts. I think they'll get their contracts worked out. They're not a team that has a lot of contract issues. Baker has been offered, according to reports, a little more than $100 million on a 2-year deal.
Right.
He wants guaranteed, and he'd like another year. I'm guessing they'll compromise. He's probably asking for 4, give him 3, keep this year. And, he was hurt a lot last year, and they were not as good. Carolina won their division with an 8-9 record. But when I'm picking divisions, I start with the quarterbacks, and I would take Baker Mayfield over any quarterback in that division.
I'm with you on that. The drama just sometimes like, what are we doing here? Come together. I really like that NFC South. I know the Saints signed Chris Olave to that nice deal, and there's something working there in New Orleans that really people thought last year, John, to be terrible, but with Tyler Shuck, and now there's a little momentum in New Orleans. That's a team to watch out. At least I think so. They came here, pounded the Titans last year, which doesn't say a lot, but I just like what's happening in New Orleans in the NFC South.
Joe, they're in the right division. Any team could win it. If Michael Penix could get healthy and stay healthy, if Tua Tagovailoa could play like he did 3 years ago when he was tremendous. Sometimes that change of scenery is good, but I still like Mayfield. I still don't understand why they let Mike Evans get away, the greatest offensive player in team history, right up there with Derek Brooks as the greatest player in Buccaneers history. It's just going to be weird seeing Mike Evans in a 49ers uniform. But the division is bad enough where any team could win it. That's why all the fans ought to be excited.
Yeah, I agree. John, some of the early lines in Vegas talk about coaches on the hot seat lose their job, and I don't like to spend a whole lot of time about coaches need to be fired, but Aaron Glenn is number one, running away with what's going on. John, can anybody win in New York with that owner?
It's really hard because Woody Johnson is involved in a lot of decisions. People don't realize how closely involved he is, and he should not be. And people talk about all those draft choices they've got. Man, they're going to turn it around. Well, one year they had 3 number 1 picks, including Chad Pennington, and they got better, but they didn't do anywhere near what they could have done or what another team could have done in that position. So I don't know. Woody Johnson's not just going to have a lobotomy and not be involved. I mean, that's the way they operate there. I don't know how many games Aaron Glenn would have to win in his second year to keep his job, but he's under a lot of pressure. And they're like, Geno Smith is the answer till they get the rookie next year.
Right.
Number one, there's no guarantee they're going to get the right one next year, and there's no guarantee Geno's going to be any good. And if he is, that just hurts them when it comes to getting that next quarterback. They should have gone with the worst quarterback they could find.
Why do you think it worked with Rex Ryan, though, to the best of its ability? But they got to 2 AFC championship games.
They did, and they beat the Patriots, and Rex is a great defensive coach. Rex did a tremendous job. They're still my all-time favorite Hard Knocks team when the Jets and Rex were on there. But a little of Rex can go a long way. And they had defense. They were together. He did a tremendous job, but they couldn't get over the hump. And he did it with Mark Sanchez, which is what made it even stranger.
As we're now a week and then some into training camps, obviously you haven't seen a whole lot. But when you look at the rookie head coaches, who are you the most interested in? Obviously, I know your ties to Clint Kubiak, but of all the rookie coaches, who are you the most interested to see how they do in year one?
Robert Saleh, because he was here for 6 or 7 years, first under Dom Capers. Then his last year here was with Gary Kubiak's first year in 2006. And Robert, he'll never do it, but the stories that he can probably tell you about Woody Johnson and his involvement would probably curl his hair if he had it. But I think Saleh's going to do a really good job. We know he's a great defensive coach, and he's got a former head coach as offensive coordinator, but people can't get impatient. And it's hard not to. Everybody wants Cam Ward to be Drake May and Saleh to be Mike Vrabel, and they go to the Super Bowl, but you have to be patient. I think if they win 6 games, Amy Adams-Strunk be turning cartwheels. I heard Charles Davis say last week the division's up for grabs. I disagree with that. And I heard somebody else on the NFL radio talk about the Titans could win 8 games. If Robert Saleh wins 8 games, he should be coach of the year.
John, you talk about a lot of coaches. You've known a lot of coaches throughout your career. But every time you talk about Robert Saleh, you have this excitement in your voice about him. What is about Robert Saleh, John, that you like that's going to work well here in Nashville?
Well, I did not know Robert when he was here. He's so far down the totem pole, we never even talked to him. But, Kyle Shanahan liked him. Kyle has shown that multiple times. Kyle has a great track record, like DeMeco Ryans. And Saleh is a great defensive coach. He proved it twice, before he went to the Jets and after he went back to the 49ers last season, when he did probably the best coaching job by an assistant coach in the NFL, considering the changes they've made on their defense and also the players they had lost because of the cap. And now he's got Brian Daboll. The key isn't going to be the defense. The key is going to be the offense, led by Ward in the running game and the offensive line. And I think this time next year, we'll be talking about Saleh helping the Titans become a playoff contender.
Boy, we would love that here in Nashville. John, it's Hall of Fame weekend that's happening. Is there one Hall of Fame speech that somebody gave that still resonates with you so deep and emotional?
It did. Michael Irvin's was incredible. Now, these guys don't do their own speeches. They have them done. But Mike's up there crying, telling his kids, do what, don't do what I did. Because everybody knows he's a wild man. But his speech was unbelievable. And I keep thinking back to that one. One of the most, unbelievable Hall of Fame scenes. We're in there, we're writing on deadline, and all of a sudden, a senior inductee, Gene Nickerson, guard for the Cleveland Browns. He had Alzheimer's, and he was pushed out in a wheelchair by his 3,000-yard running backs he blocked for. Jim Brown, who never came to the Hall of Fame. Jim Brown, Leroy Kelly, and Bobby Mitchell were pushing his wheelchair.
Wow.
And I was on deadline. I'm like, whoa. I called my office, said, I'm changing my whole story. Jim Brown's here, and this scene is unbelievable. And the fact that Cleveland and Canton is a Browns town, and that they were all those great Browns players in the Hall of Fame. And that was, to me, the most emotional scene I've ever seen at Canton.
I love that. I go back, we all grew up Steeler fans in the 70s, but Bradshaw's speech about Webster and Stallworth and Swan was just one. If you grew up a Steeler fan, you love Bradshaw, that to me, that one always resonates. But there's so many great speeches that guys give up there at Canton.
They do every year, and there's somebody. And now I'm so glad they put a tougher time limit. You don't get a Ray Lewis who's up there preaching to his Sunday church and going on and on and on and sweating like crazy. And because those Hall of Famers, they don't like being outside and sweating in their gold jackets. And even though they got air blowing on them, they always tell everybody, short, please, short.
Right. Right. I know they put him in, I think, a year or two after he passed away, but my goodness, John, would I've loved to have heard Ken Stabler give a speech at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and if all the Kitty's old girlfriends had showed up, there wouldn't have been any room for any Hall of Famers to sit there.
Oh, I love it, man.
The Hall of Fame this weekend, what do you think of this class with Drew Brees, Roger Craig, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, and Adam Vinatieri?
It's harder and harder. Next year, there's 2 or 3 guys that have to go in on the first ballot, and that hurts the guys who have had to wait, who are deserving, but you can't keep them out. When you're like Adrian Peterson but Fitzgerald, we knew was a lot. Drew Brees was a lot. And I love that video where Brees asked Sean Payton to present him. That was very emotional. I still like those door knock videos when the player or coach does not know that he's in the Hall of Fame. A guy like Roger Craig's waited forever. The seniors are the ones like Carl Eller one year. They changed the rule. He was a senior. Then they changed it back, and he had one more year of eligibility, and he made it, and he was just crying like a baby. And those guys turned to mush. Some of the biggest jerks in history when they played turn to mush when they go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
It's going to be fun to watch, that's for sure. John, always appreciate it. We'll talk to you next week.
Guys, thank you very much as always.
John McClain joins us every Monday at 2 o'clock here on the Chasing Big Joe show. And, I think it'll be a fun class. I mean, there's some good – I agree with him on Roger Craig. I mean, you would have thought he would have been in a long time ago.
I mean, those Niners – but see, again, their generation, me, you, and Dr. Crane, but Roger Craig could not be stopped in the Super Bowl. Running back out of Nebraska was an amazing, amazing running back. And so – you saw when he got announced that he was getting in, he was very emotional. And John's correct about all that.
We're at the time now, like the past few years, where there are guys going into the Hall of Fame where I'm going,
your age.
I'm old.
Yeah.
Drew Brees, Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, Vinatieri. I mean, all those guys. And then you go back, Jared Allen last year, Antonio Gates. Sterling Sharp was a little before me.
Right.
You had Freeney and Hester and Andre Johnson, Julius Peppers, Patrick Willis. I mean,
but I think they're running out of Hall of Fame players. I really, really do.
it's good. It's a really good point.
I think they're running out of, like, I know he lives here in town. Jared Allen's not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
It's not. I just think he's a very good player. I never thought he's a Hall of Famer.
Who's answer when we come back? Guys that are playing now that you think, no doubt.
Sure, there's a few.
We'll do that next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Little George Strait bringing us back. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game. Appreciate John McClain for joining us. So, Joe, let's just get one out of the way. A guy playing right now that we think is surefire lock for a Hall of Fame. And he will, I guess, be the first drafted Titan to be in the Hall of Fame. Like Titan, not Oiler, Titan. And that's Derrick Henry.
No doubt. He can go in today.
Yep.
He's still got, I think he's got 3 more years left to go.
I think he does too.
And to go. But he's in no doubt. He's in let's start in Buffalo. Josh Allen is on. These are obviously the big stars, Hall of Fame. He's got to get that next level, right? He's got to get to that Super Bowl.
He's got to win. I think he's got to win a Super Bowl. But
right?
Yeah.
No, I don't know any linemen interior that pop out to me, but we'll go down the line. Dolphins, no. Patriots, no. Jets, no. Ravens, with Lamar. I mean, he's won several MVPs, but they got to get to that next level, right?
Go back to the Patriots for a second. What does A.J. Brown need
Not
to
even
do?
close. Not even close.
I know he's not close. I'm saying what else would he need to do?
I need to see 5 years of Randy Moss level play.
Okay.
And I don't think we can
I think
see
receiver is one of the hardest positions to get into the Hall.
I think he bitches and complains too much about me. He's not get to that level. Randy Moss bitched, but Randy Moss played his ass off. Ravens, Derrick Henry, Lamar's got to get to that level. There are no Marinos left anymore. You're going to get
I agree.
Purely on who you are. That's not happening more. Burrow's the same way.
There is one. Rivers will get in.
Phillip Rivers?
Yeah. I think so.
We'll see.
I think he will.
Well,
now he's got to wait 5 more years.
Yeah, right.
But
now, is he a player? Yeah. He's a hell of a quarterback.
I think he'll get in. He may not be first ballot.
Right.
I think he'll get in.
Burrow is there. Chase is too early in his career. Aaron Rodgers is in the Hall of Fame for the Steelers. Texans, J.J. Watt will get in, but he's not playing right now. Colts, there might be 1 or 2 guys that pop out. No. Jags, Titans, no. Broncos, no. Chiefs, Mahomes and Kelsey are definitely in. Raiders, if Max Crosby gives another 5 years at a high level, he's in. But he's got 5 at that level.
Does Jeffrey Simmons have a path?
No.
You say no?
I don't. I mean, he's now going to his 8th year. He's a great player, but he's not Hall of Fame-esque. It's very hard for guys to get in the Hall of Fame that have been on more bad teams than good teams.
Yeah.
Chargers, no. I mean, there's again, I'm just about things that pop out of my mind currently.
Yeah, because Gates just got in.
Right. Cowboys, currently, no. Now, there might be a lineman or offensive defense that's out there, but nothing pops out to me right now. The Giants, no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The Eagles, what's the linebacker that came back last year that retired? He came back midseason. He's been there 15 years. Forget his name. He's in, and I don't remember his name.
Lane Johnson. Well, no, he's off. I think he's one. I think Jason Kelsey could get in.
Yeah, but he's gone.
Yeah,
so
but
he's
I mean,
current
because he's retired,
right?
Yeah.
Commanders, nobody pops out to me right now. Bears, nobody. Lions, nobody. Packers. I mean, can Love get there?
Hutchinson's got work to do, but I think he could.
Oh, I got to see 10 years of
that. I mean, it's early, but I'd say if anybody's in the conversation.
Vikings, not so much. Justin Jefferson's a name mentioned, but I got to see more of that as you go down the line. Atlanta, nobody pops out. Carolina, again, I mean, you got to hit me when I read your team. The Saints, nope. The Bucks, nope. Cardinals, nope. Rams, yes. Stafford, Myles Garrett. I'm leaving out somebody else for the Rams.
Well, one that may come back.
Aaron Donald, right? Niners, Mike Evans. I mean, he's got Hall of Fame stats. And then with the Seahawks,
Kelsey or Kittle.
Kittle could be. I don't think right now he's a Hall of Famer, but I think
Kelsey's Jason Kelsey's a Hall of Fame, or Travis Kelsey's a Hall of Fame.
Well, damn straight he is.
Yeah,
you got a couple Super Bowls under that belt right there. I mean, I think more and more now Super Bowls mean something, as they usually in the past didn't. Like now, like Marino would not get in because he didn't win a Super Bowl. I understand all that too as well, but there's not a lot of guys, man. There's not a lot of guys there's probably plenty of offensive, defensive linemen, linebackers, some DBs I'm leaving out right there. We always gravitate towards quarterbacks, running backs, and receivers.
Mahomes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
He retired today, he's in.
So here's what a few people say. Chad says Derrick Henry, Bobby Wagner. I agree with that. Travis Kelce, Trent Williams, Mike Evans.
Yes.
Adam in Portland says Mahomes, Kelce, Derrick Henry, Myles Garrett.
Yep. Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Side note, Derrick Henry will retire as the undisputed greatest running back in history. I love Derrick Henry. It'll always be disputed because the eras are so different. Like I think he can be in the conversation as one of the greatest, but like Earl Campbell, I mean, is he the greatest in Titans history or franchise history?
Yeah. I mean, Earl Campbell was generational setting, but so was Chris Johnson.
Right. And Chris Johnson won't be in the Hall of Fame.
No, and I mean, Eddie was badass in his own right.
And probably won't be in the Hall of Fame.
No, But I think Derek's story's still being written. These others aren't. But Earl Campbell was on another level.
But it's also just a different
right.
I don't love using that excuse, but like eras do matter.
Yeah.
Like the tight end positions changed, the running back positions evolved, wide receiver, I think, has evolved.
Right. But listen,
quarterback, it all has.
Like OJ and Franco and Peyton, they had 14 games.
Yeah.
Now you get 7. So you play 5 years at 17. You get 15 more games.
And you can't
1,000 yards.
Would OJ work in today's league? I don't know. As a player.
Great question. I don't know. But again,
other things aside,
go back. I'm going to pound this home and nobody's going to listen to me. That's fine. I need asterisks now. I need asterisks.
No, that's fine.
You're getting 17 games. You're getting 17 games to do this. So if somebody says, well, he rushed for more yards, you get another game to do it. It doesn't correlate. It doesn't stand side by side in all this. But nobody's going to listen to my asterisk rant, and that's fine. Maybe I'll just go to a retirement center and sit in the corner and yell at people about this. Like, who's that over there? Oh, he comes here every day and yells about asterisks. That's it, man.
Mike says I think he's trying to say, I don't know, the voice to text didn't work here. I think he's trying to say we don't count anything that was not in Tennessee. We're done with that. We're not the Oilers. We're never going to be the Oilers. We're the Tennesseans. Mike, have you seen the uniforms?
Mike, this is not the Browns. The Browns stopped everything, and the Ravens took the Browns name and went to Baltimore and created their own thing. And so
I hear what he's saying, and
right,
I like them. That's why I say Titans history, Oilers history, and then franchise history. But they're not helping because they just did a uniform set that pretty much looks like the Oilers.
And I think
I love them.
Are good. I really do.
And I think August 25th we get the rivalries, which I think is going to be the Navy. Have I told you my prediction? What I think is going to happen?
No, but please tell me.
So they'll do the rivalries, which is kind of like the City Connect. So I think they'll do Navy, all Navy helmet, everything with that, and they'll have Music City on it. I think that'll be the rivalries. And then I think next year they're going to do one of two things. They're going to do a Titans throwback to the original uniform that they'll wear once a year, or they will do a alternate either baby blue or red helmet and a red jersey.
They'll never do red. And you know why that?
Oh, because Bud Adams hated red.
And she's not a fan. I've been told she's not a fan.
Okay.
Either.
Well,
but I'd like it.
I would see. I think what would be cool if they did the because remember the Oilers had this too, the baby blue helmet.
Yeah,
you do that with like a navy top, and then baby blue pants. That would look
well.
So
Fisher
nice.
talked about the Hall of Fame game last week with us about those uniforms.
Those were all baby. I love those.
God, I love that helmet. Love that helmet.
Oh, 9883 Christian McCaffrey. Does he get in?
No.
You say no?
Nope. You think he's a Hall of Famer? Not at all. His stats aren't lining up. Nothing of that. No,
he's been hurt a lot. I don't.
No, he's not. Do you think he's a Hall of Famer right now?
I need it. Well,
I need to know right now.
Receiving wise too.
Give me 3 more years of that level, then yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah. I think there's conversation for it, but probably not yet. Like last year. So he's been over 1,000 yards 4 times in his career as a rusher, as a runner. Hang on, let me see receiving. Hold on just a second. All right, so he's got basically just over 7,500 yards rushing. So that's not in Hall of Fame.
No, hell no, it's not. I need double that.
But he's over he's got over almost 6,000 yards receiving.
No. Give me Derek Mason.
And then 2,300 scrimmage yards.
No,
what does that
what
mean?
is that? Yeah. No,
is that return?
Give me Derek Mason, brother, on these things.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that.
Now, if he gets to 10,000 yards rushing and then you have
10,000 receiving?
Well, even 7,000 receiving because he's a running back, I'd probably consider it.
Extra games. I'm telling you, he's not a Hall of Famer. Good player, not Hall of Famer.
Time will tell. We'll see.
Oh, that's it.
But you know what time?
You
know what time it is, and it will tell.
Right.
What day is it? And celebrity birthdays. We'll do that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Monday. By the way, Wan'Dale Robinson, Titans wide receiver, will join. It was recorded earlier after practice, live on the field, but Derek Mason, Willie Donick, and Connor Newt got caught up with him after practice today. They're going to air that at 4:20 today, so you won't want to miss that. The new Titans wide receiver, as he will join them. It is the Major League Baseball trade deadline, which is coming up in a few hours.
Yeah, less than 3 for sure.
Yeah. And there has been a move involving somebody that is from Nashville.
Local boy.
A local boy.
Is it Dredrick Tatum?
It is not. Nice. It looks like the Padres have acquired Robbie Ray from the Giants.
What a great career. Brentwood High School graduate. Probably shut down Frazier's brother at one point.
Yeah. He won a Cy Young too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So
Good for him.
So he will join the Padres. I think he's pretty much played for every NL West team. It seems like.
Yeah, he's been all over the place.
Like he's played for. I know he was with the D-backs at one time, the Giants, now the Padres. Was he ever with the Rockies?
Yeah, I think he was with the Rockies.
I think he might have been.
Robbie, they have a song, Come On Eileen's like, poor old Robbie Ray.
All right, Arizona. He has not been with the Rockies.
He's not?
Detroit, Arizona, Toronto, Seattle, San Francisco, and now San Diego.
6 teams.
Yeah. But it won a Cy Young.
Want a Cy Young, man.
So Robbie Ray going to the Padres. With that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
Okay, short list today. If you guys need coupons, they have that applied on here as well. Airplane crop duster day is today.
Oh, we got that around here.
I knew
we?
a producer that did that a lot back where you're sitting.
God, the jokes just come out for that one.
Next on the list, we have Clean Your Floors Day. I guess after an airplane crop dust, you probably want to do that. Esther Day is today. National Watermelon Day. I guess, it's time that ripe of the watermelon. You might want to grab those before they're out of season. And last on the list, and definitely very eventful, Grab Some Nuts Day is today. So you could go to your local roadhouse or, just go grab some nuts. It's basically a squirrel Super Bowl today.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
Macadamia.
We got it.
Almonds.
What's the Christmas gremlin's name? Krampus. What's his name?
Krampus Snatch, yeah.
Krampus
He
Snatch.
probably likes a lot of nuts, too.
Time for celebrity birthdays. It's got to
Be
get
the
these
last one. I don't know. You never know.
birthdays within 2 years of their actual birthday. Dr. Crane, since you celebrated National Nuts Day, let's go with, how old is former Buffalo Bills coach Marv Levy?
Let's go 71.
101.
101 exactly. That is the oldest birthday living of celebrity birthdays ever. Chaser, how old is former receiver Lance Allworth?
68.
72.
86. Dr. Crane, how old is hockey player Marcel Dion? Not to be confused with Dionne Warwick.
I was really confused there. 53.
78.
75. Chaser, how old is the GOAT today? Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback to ever play football.
All right. Tom Terrific is 48.
50.
49. That is a push. Dr. Crane, how old is former Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte?
39.
That's a pretty good guess. I'm going to say 37.
42. Chaser, former Georgia running back, and I don't know why he didn't make it in the NFL. Todd Gurley.
He got hurt, right? I think he did battle some injury.
I think he was
Knee
afraid
injuries.
I think he was afraid to get hit.
Did he play for the coach?
He did. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley.
Well, we could ask him about that. I'm going to say Todd Gurley is 39.
32.
32 exactly.
Wow.
2-1, Dr. Crane. Dr. Crane, how old is? Oh, you should like this, Dr. Crane.
No, it is not 2-1. It is 2-2.
He just nailed it. You haven't got another one.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, but you said 2-1. I got it spot on with Marv Levy. So I should have
2-2.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
got 101. I was like, wait a minute.
Let me slap my coworker. Do better. All right. Sorry.
Look, man, come on now.
Gotta be fair.
Dr. Crane, did you go? Yeah, Todd. Yeah, you guessed Todd. Oh, it's your Dr. Crane. How old is Martin Sheen? Jeb Bartlett.
55.
Is Charlie even 55.
Wow. It's okay.
I'm going to say 82.
86. Chaser, Martha Stewart.
85.
Martha Stewart is 83.
85 exactly. Dr. Crane, John Landis, director of Blues Brothers. John Landis.
77.
83.
76. It's now 4-3. Chaser, James Hetfield, lead singer of Metallica.
61.
60 on the dot.
63. Chaser's up 5-3. Last one, Dr. Crane from Salt and Pepper, DJ Spinderella. How old is she today?
I'm going to go 52.
58.
55. That's a push on both sides. Chase wins 5-3. Good job, everybody. It's over.
That is a push.
That's
all right. Math. Appreciate everybody for joining us today on the program. I believe Tim Hasselbeck tomorrow.
That's right. Hey, listen, a good weekend for you guys out there. Let me tell you what, if you're struggling, we talk all the time. Please reach out to us. We're here to talk to you anytime, any place, to let you know how wonderful and beautiful you are. You know, I tell you all the time, don't avoid things. Remember, the best way out is always through. The best way out is always through. Talk about your problems. Reach out to us. Get it off your chest, man. UnityCares.com/Big Joe. We can go for more help. Remember, you are beautiful. You are wonderful. We love you so much, guys. You're doing such a great job. And remember this, when things get tough, when things get down, just please remember how much God truly loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVD coming your way next on 102.5.